So instead of having to go through the entire opening, I'm just going to go ahead and start us now. Why is this button not working? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know why it's not showing my face. I know why it's not doing it. Give me just a second. I am so bad at this video capture device. Please, give me properties. Let me see shit. Activate. There we go. Holy shit. And I'm no longer wearing formal wear. I'm now wearing something a lot more comfortable, which is great. Okay, so how is everybody doing today? How is everybody doing? Hopefully everybody is carryover from Hammered Out. I'm rushing this because I was supposed to be on this show like an hour ago, and I fucked up royally. I hopefully I never make mistakes like this again. Please shoot me. Please shoot me. Conspiracy, the Cirrus Cloud is taking forever. Aight. We're going to hop in to the thing real quick and see where we are at. Give me just a second. I need to go set this to push to talk and boop.
Oh, God. He was joined.
Oh, you jerk.
It's...
No, I meant like the player making him run.
Yeah. Hello. The person...
Is it? It's my fault?
Yeah,
No.
yes.
Hey!
Yes,
Did I put everything on fire?
How dare you subject us to the horrors of bad Zelda There's not even Zelda creepypastas, Sonic creepypastas. Could be reading bad Zelda
blood everywhere,
but no.
The Tails doll cursed us. Okay, how's it going, guys?
That's
Hello.
going great. How's it going with you?
I was supposed to be here like an hour ago. I am a horrible person. I am so sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. This is why we're making you repent.
Oh dear, that sounds oddly. Well, let's not say that. Anyway, so I'm seeing on your stream, Creepypasta Casserole Night. I see the link there, but I don't really want to type all that in. So, do you have a link I can click to whatever cringy thing we are going through?
Yes,
sure.
I'll send you the link.
Okay,
Let's
cool.
go. Okay.
Then I can suffer it properly.
There you go. Nice to meet you, Mr. Service.
Nice to meet you as well.
Ah, shit. I clicked on the wrong thing. I clicked on Teletubbies the Truth for 2 seconds.
Wait, what? That sounds... The truth. We carved the Teletubbies up to make the Among Us crewmates. The imposters are the real Teletubbies.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I've sent you the link there, sir. I mean, no, we all know the real truth about Teletubbies. The fact that the original Teletubbies house is now a because the BBC got sick of people attempting to break into it, so they flooded it.
Oh boy. So
also they brought back Teletubbies as like a fully like animated series, and they've got like babies now, and it's now pink instead of blue, and it's kind of upsetting.
Wait, they've got You mean the Teletubbies
have babies?
Children?
Yes.
Wait. Now, okay, so now all of the fucking weird porn makes sense. They do fuck.
You didn't have to say it, Samus. You didn't have to say it.
Everybody was thinking it though. Unless you've got a Teletubby stork, or a Teletubby factory, there's only one way this is happening.
The sun just spits it out. The sun just occasionally spits out Teletubbies.
At the Teletubby factory, where your dreams and horrors come true.
No. That's old.
It is.
Animated Teletubbies was cursed to begin with. Let's be honest. Let's not lie here. Quite.
No, like this one's weird. It's like apparently they're like aliens that live on another planet, and like it's apparently a look into the future. It's weird. It's a drug trip, essentially.
You know what else is a drug trip?
What?
Drugs.
Okay. But I mean, we can stop on crystal.html for a little bit.
We can
move into the other Cursed Tales doll story.
Well, we can do, or we can, I mean, I've just sent them the link to that. But I can send you to the...
I will copy this link and send it to you.
This is the...
Alright, this Tales Doll My Story. Not Tales Doll My Story, excuse me. I meant A Close Encounter with the Tales Doll. Shit.
I still don't understand why the sexual offender man's under the Sonic category.
Me neither.
Nice.
I think it's because it's a troll pasta.
Nice, you have accepted my friend request. I am now friends with you.
That is unfortunate, and I am so terribly sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
no, I'm the
That's
one
the
who should be
second link in
apologizing.
the general chat.
Okay,
A Close
so,
Encounter with the Tails doll.
so
I
we're,
know
we're
this.
going with A Close Encounter with the Tails doll.
Yes.
Gone
Oh,
wrong,
no.
gone sexual in 4K HD on youtube.co.uk.
Yeah. Alright. It's like this one's paragraphed really weirdly, I'll just tell you that right now.
It's a Sonic creepypasta. Of course it's really weird.
Yep. Okay. Close Encounter with the Tails doll. One late afternoon, I invited some of my friends to play Sonic R. The day became immediately bad.
I can just say right now, if I invited friends over to play Sonic R, that is already creepy. Like that's just not a thing a normal human being does.
Unless you are promising that you are bringing a crap load of alcohol, you know. If your plan is get smashed with your mates,
you just bring everybody in. Okay, guys, we're gonna get incredibly drunk and sing "Living in the City" together, while outrunning an eldritch demon. Oh, what? Sorry, I mean the doll, that thing.
it's funny, since the stream has started, I've just had the Sonic R soundtrack on loop in the background
Living
for me.
in the city, you know.
I'm
you
completely
have to
back in time,
survive.
Regal Ruin.
Yeah. And I started singing, like, City Escape earlier.
But you listen to some of the songs.
I mean, I actually whispered that in the theater when I watched the movie.
That's fair.
Y'all, if you've seen it, you know what part I was doing it at.
I don't remember. I need to watch the movie again.
Where Robotnik's chasing him in the city.
Oh.
I should have played Living in the City, you know, go that classic Sonic City song.
I would have loved if we actually got, like, Sonic Adventure music in the movie, but I understand why we didn't. I'm just glad that we got the freaking, like, Echidna tribe attacking Sonic.
Yeah,
I know, and I'd love to see how that plays into the next movie.
Yeah.
Because, like, I actually pointed at the Echidnas in the theater, and I whispered to my friend because she was sitting right next to me, and this was pre-corona, so just like
Corona.
Yep. This was like, those are the Echidnas.
The enchilada people.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. As a distinguished Ken Penders fan, I have to say they're echidnas, okay?
No, they're not.
They're echidnas. We are going to go read the Susie Lou Chronicle. I can't remember her fucking name.
Julie Sue.
Julie Sue. There we go. Brain. Fucking. I just restarted Archie. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go read the Julie Sue Chronicles right now with all of these official OCs.
Ew. They all look really weird. The artwork looks so bad.
I don't know. I heard that voice, like, flashback to we're gonna build a wall. I don't know why. There's something about that voice.
We're gonna build a wall between the classic and adventure era Sonic games, okay?
And we're gonna make the Shadow fans pay for it.
Edgy the Hedgy is not bringing his best, okay?
No. Because they don't write him right.
He's bringing
bringing
clones and androids over.
When the adventure sends over their people, their characters are not sending their best, they're sending their worst.
They're sending pre-Sonic Heroes Vector the Crocodile, okay? We only accept post-Heroes Vector the Crocodile here.
Vector the Crocodile existed pre-Sonic? Anyway?
Knuckles Chaotix.
Yeah, Knuckles
Yeah,
Chaos.
exactly.
Vector the Crocodile's existed since Sonic 1. He was intended to be a character in the sound test in Sonic 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we turned on the Sega Saturn, we were excited for our racing tournament.
Why the fuck do you have a racing tournament for Sonic R?
Again, if this is like 1997, okay, maybe
It's not.
fair enough.
Mario Kart is a
No.
thing!
That is true.
It is!
Yeah,
but like, as we learned, it's gonna be like 2012 or something.
yeah, but that's the height of the creepy Tails doll scare, so you could convince anybody to play Sonic R back then. You know?
I opened up my Sega Saturn and there was blood everywhere. Creepypasta over.
Yeah.
It just turned out one of my hemorrhoids had went in the night, but that's not the point.
Tails doll, the story of hemorrhoids. Got it.
Tails, the true story of Tails doll. The reason why
Actually,
there's
he
blood
can't
in
sit
my-
anywhere. He's got hemorrhoids.
That's the Tails doll, the true.
Close. He has them on his feet.
Actually, Robotnik, I can't sit anywhere. I've got to go fast.
I've got to go fast to the doctor because I have hemorrhoids.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's a
As we were at the
true story of Tails doll.
As we were at the character select screen, I chose the Tails doll for humor.
Oh,
So funny.
For
comedy.
humor. For
Most
humor.
of my friends. Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna play
Most
the
of my
Sonic
friends
R
were
soundtrack.
laughing as they chose Metal Sonic, Metal Knuckles, Mecha Eggman, and Super Sonic.
it's not called Mecha Eggman, it's called Eggman Robo. Let me be the nerd for once.
Wait, hold on. He was playing on a Sega Saturn, which has 4 controller points.
With 5
and
people.
And his friends were playing Mecha Knuckles, Metal Sonic, Super Sonic, and Eggman Robo. Wait, hold on. Hold on a second. I need to do
That
some.
doesn't-
I need to
that
do some
doesn't-
quick
Oh,
maths.
shit. Okay.
That I don't.
Oh,
I'm confused. Wait.
no, also, I'm saying this now. Do you know who's won this race?
Oh,
The guy who picked Super Sonic.
obviously.
Super Sonic can skip fucking terrain in
Super Sonic
in
is
Sonic R.
so. Yeah, they
He's
have
still broken.
They fixed that in the PC port. Like they fixed so many of the issues in the PC port where it's like, yeah, maybe let's make this a vaguely balanced racing game.
Okay. Later I won all the races since I was expert at this game.
That's not the point. Somebody had Super Sonic. It just skip half the
I
level.
was expert.
I am expert of Sonic game. I am best Sonic player in the entire...
Sonic R because I found the computer room.
Yes!
I am best race in Sonic R, and Soviet Union is best in Kazakhstan. Yes.
We realized time flew by, so my friends left.
My good
And they were
penis, I
probably
brought you
never
a real
going to
game.
come back. Woo!
My good penis, I brought you a real game.
Wait, what?
We realist. That is not how you spell realized, is it? No, it's not.
For context, in one of the trailers
Eh.
for the up and coming Borat movie, there's a bit where he runs into a conference screaming, "Michael Penis, I brought you a real girl." The joke being it's a Mike Pence conference.
Oh, right, yeah.
He screamed, "Michael Penis, I brought you a real girl." He's dressed up as Trump, carrying in this woman that's kicking and screaming.
Oh, God.
I thought-
Maybe they were Canadian.
I feel like
That's why they spelled
I-
realize like that.
I feel like there's a joke there,
Mm.
but I also feel like it might be a little offensive. So,
Yeah,
No,
that's
go
not.
well,
still-
I don't care. Your call, it's your channel.
I don't know what the joke is. I feel like there could be a joke there, but I also feel like whatever joke that is probably offensive.
It could be.
For what? They saw the Michael Penis thing.
The maybe they're Canadian. That's why they spelled it wrong.
Yeah, that's why I said.
Okay, sorry.
I still felt like playing video games, so I inserted my Sonic and Sega Racers Racing
Wait.
All-Stars Racing disc into my PlayStation 3.
He
You have
willingly
PlayStation
was
3.
playing Sonic R when he's got access to Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing.
Yeah,
He
but
was
Sonic and
wi-
Sega All Stars Racing doesn't have Can You Feel the Sunshine, so
That is an oversight, yes.
Yeah.
it's a
But-
grave oversight.
That's like saying, all right, I was playing my favorite 3D Sonic game, Sonic Jam. My friend over there was playing an inferior clone, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
No, come on, Sonic 3D. Come on, like the actual Sonic 3D. That was actually pretty
Sonic
good.
3D Blast.
Yeah. Sonic Pinball is the best Sonic game. We all know that, right?
Yes.
Especially the options music.
The second
still
best
ha-
is Eggman's Mean Bean Machine.
Yes. Dr. Eggman's Supreme Spook Machine. Me and my friends played a few races online, and a message popped up to my screen coming from a user called Tailsdoll.
He
I
got
opened it.
he got a message on his PS3 from the Tails doll.
Yes.
Tailsdoll's moving up in the world, you know.
Right.
He's done with the shackles of Sega Saturn and crappy emulations on PC and not too good ports. He's finally moved on, guys. He's in HD land now.
I feel
Yes,
like
he is.
if a Tails doll actually like infected somebody's PlayStation 3, I feel like the first thing it should say is "Hello, John." Like no matter who you are, that's the first thing it should say.
Hi,
Hello,
yes.
John. Yes,
Hi,
hello,
Tails.
John.
Hello, Tailsdoll.
I'm just reminded of the John McCain and his vegetable friends.
I'm just reminded of the Sonic Garfield combination that was sent
Oh,
to me
God.
during a stream. Because I was thinking of the freaking Garfield SCP. And
Oh,
then
right, yeah.
and then somebody was like
2566.
and then somebody was like, "What if Sonic and Garfield combined?" And then I just saw somebody sent me a picture that was actually Sonic and Garfield combined at that exact moment, completely unrelated. So I showed it on screen and just like, "Hello, Eggman. I would like my lasagna now. Fast, if you would please."
Just saying hello, John, just freaks me out a little bit. There, I was just like,
Hello, John.
Because that is his name.
yes.
It is pointed out in my chat. It is certainly probably better. I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave.
Oh, are we live on your channel as well?
Yes, I actually have the link
Oh,
to your
sweet,
channel. I have the
cool.
link to your channel in the description of this video. We would have had
Oh,
more
nice.
viewers, but I made a mistake. I was planning on going from Hammered Out to this, and then just like obviously there'd be like a drop off of viewers because more people care about politics than they care about Sonic on my channel.
Fair.
But
Yeah.
but when I did that, it's like, oh shit, I forgot to hit the record button for Hammered Out, so I only have the VOD, so I have to actually end it and then start a new video. Otherwise, I have to go back and edit the Hammered Out episode, and I don't want to do
Oh,
that.
boy.
I'm lazy.
Ah, right. Anyway.
I love the Eevee and the Bulbasaur you've got in the background. I've just clicked onto your stream that you mentioned that you are also streaming, and I can see your Pokemon in the background.
Yeah, here, I can make it a little easier to see real quick. Boom. There you go. Yeah.
Yee.
Plushies.
I have now
Aw.
invaded your chat as well. I'm now in both chats.
Chatception.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
Saying-
pop back over to
Okay. I opened it and it said, it's Sade.
It's Sade.
It's Sade.
Thank you. Period outside of the quotation marks space. For what? I sent him a message back to this user.
Tails doll. So should we do it where like we read the like we bounce between each other for the individual paragraphs?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's what we
I
were
mean,
doing
there's
before.
there's a couple where it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
But like, but sure. I sent another message saying that. Oh, sorry. Tails doll then sent another message saying, "You won first place with the Tails doll. I was watching you." I got freaked out for a second, thinking something was watching over us as we were playing Sonic R. Another message from Tails doll saying, "Can you feel the sunshine?" and sent me a friend request, but I didn't accept it because I don't even know who this guy is. Yay, tense swaps.
But you do know who this guy is. I mean, one, yeah, the tense went from past to present tense. But you do know who this is. It's Tailsdoll.
Yes,
How can
It's
you...
Doll of Tails.
If you are a person in the age of the PlayStation 3 who unironically played Sonic R with your friends, then you have every knowledge of who the Tails doll is and what the implications are. I refuse to believe that there is simultaneously a person who plays Sonic R unironically years after release and also is purely oblivious to the Sonic fandom and its reaction to Tails doll. I refuse to believe these are the same person.
Well, it could be like, could be that he thinks that it could be somebody who's just pretending to be the Tails doll, and could be like a predator or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
the only but in the context of Creepypasta land, you know?
in the context of Creepypasta land, just assume that it's the big scary thing.
Yeah.
And your life will probably be easier from that point forward.
Yeah. And here's the thing, the only way that you could, the only way that you could not be unironically play Sonic R and not be aware of that internet status that Tails doll has is by not having internet. And even then, you know.
Yeah, I looked up I actually went, like, in 2012 trying to find the original Tails doll Creepypasta, because it's like, why are people so scared of this? And I couldn't find anything.
The original, so I think it was there was a creepy gaming channel that I used to watch that went over like a lot of the older gaming creepypastas, and the old Tails doll one wasn't even a scary creepypasta. It was one of those like the blood filled the room kind of creepypastas where like hyper realistic blood was everywhere, like Sonic.exe level shit.
Oh god.
And it's
like we made a rule, we're not going over Sonic.exe.
Not today, anyway.
Not today.
So it's one of those things where, like, when you go back and you read it, it's not... I think it's not that it's scary, it's that the community has created an idea of Tails doll that is scary. Because there's some artwork of Tails doll that is outright frightening. That
it
just,
is.
like,
I actually drew some a long time ago.
It
was, like, all traditional, so I don't have it anymore.
I mean, I do have... You did the traditional drawing of me as Leon.
I know.
I actually have that.
I know. I mean, I lost it. I was like 12 when I drew it.
Fair, but like the fact that there is this community around the Tails doll, I think that's the thing that created that idea that it was scary. But the original story is just like, look at freaking if you look at something like the original Nightmare on Elm Street or the original like Chucky movie,
it's not as scary as people think it is.
Yeah, they're not scary. They're campy as hell.
But
they're
campy, but Nightmare on Elm Street was kind of spooky.
I mean, it was spooky the first time you viewed it, but it's corny every other time.
Yeah.
And so I think that just like those communities just grew out of the idea that these things must be scary.
Yeah,
and I mean, Freddy is scary in all respects.
Yeah,
he is also campy.
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, when you sort of look at Tails doll as sort of compared to say the other unlockables in that game, outside of Super Sonic, all the other unlockables are robots. You've got Metal Sonic, Mecha Knuckles, Eggman, Robo. Tails doll's a doll. It is a little standout-ish, admittedly, but it's not like... And it moves a bit weird, but it's not scary. It's just a doll that is, like, of Tails that has, like, a gem sticking out of its head. Like,
It made for a really good asset swap for Sonic Adventure 1. Just drop them all into the frickin' hot shelter. Just drop those exact models in their low poly forms in the hot shelter and just tell Gamma to shoot them.
Yeah.
Alright, so, Raven, do you want to read the next paragraph?
I can do, yes.
Starts with, I sent all my friends a message.
So I sent all my friends a message saying, "You see anybody watching us? I got a message from a user called Tailsdoll. He said that he watched me in first place, Tailsdoll." My friends sent back messages saying they don't know, and with a O.O.
I think that's like...
I think there's a whole lot of, like, show don't tell in this paragraph.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of telling going on when you could just surmise that whole thing in, like, 5 words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I searched Tails Doll's profile, but it said the profile didn't exist. I immediately turned off.
Searched and doesn't.
Searched.
Another tent swamp.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. I immediately turned off the PlayStation 3 and used my laptop to go on the PSN forums.
Why?
Yeah, you could do that
Why is
literally via your PlayStation 3.
My question is, why is the first thing, like, okay, guys, I got a message from a random person. Instead of, I don't know, shutting off the PlayStation, which is what I would do. Actually, no, I don't even have to say this is what I would do. I can actually speak from experience here, oddly enough. So when I was a kid, like 12 or 13 or so, I had a laptop, and I used to play a lot of RuneScape, a lot of World of Warcraft. But I also used to go to more unscrupulous websites. I had things like LimeWire and stuff like that, so my computer would get viruses. My dad would be the one that anytime I'd go to his house in the summer, he'd be the one that had to clean my computer out because of all the shit that I put on it during the school time. So there was this one virus that I got that was really creepy. If you opened up your internet browser, it would pull up a pop-up message that, like, it was almost like it was talking to you directly, and it would, like, insult you and call you names and stuff. And not knowing how these things worked, my brain went, I've been hacked. There's somebody outside my house hacking into my computer trying to fuck with me. That's what my brain went to immediately. As an adult, I look back on that and realize, no, that's literally just a virus that was meant to fuck with me. Because that's what people make viruses to do sometimes.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that at the time. So I can speak from experience that the first thing to do in a situation like this is to freak out, shut your laptop or shut your thing that's showing the message off, and just do something else for a little bit. Like, okay, things have gotten spoopy. I'm going away now. I'm going to go play Banjo-Kazooie. That was me. That's what I did.
Yeah.
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 PSM forums.
Yes. I made a thread about my message the account of the Tails doll. Users replying said they also got reported getting messages after playing Sonic R with the Tails doll.
Lies!
Deleted the thread, calling it nonsense, which yes, it is.
Wait, he found multiple people who said that they had an encounter with the Tails doll, but an administrator deleted one thread, calling it nonsense. That's...
Yeah.
I like how mixed up this person's writing is.
Yes, it was also 10 p.m., so I went to the bedroom, turned off the lights, and slept. Wait, that is like my immortal level.
Didn't he just have his friends over?
He did.
He just had so this is like, okay, so like you had your friends come over to play Sonic R from school, so it's like what, 4 p.m. or so?
Yeah.
And then from Sonic R, you wanted to play Team Sonic Racing, but you got this message. Now, nowhere in this has it said that the friends went home. It's implied because he had to send them a message, right?
Yeah.
So
well, wait a second.
I think it does say, yeah, because it mentions
he realized time flew by, so my friends left.
Okay, wait, so this means that him and his friends unironically managed to have 5 hours worth of fun with Sonic R together. Wow. For it to be... Because if they get like home from school around 4 or so, that puts us to 9, and then from like 9 to 9:30, there's the whole PS3 shit, and then the PS3 forums. Okay, now it's probably about 10 o'clock. I get it. This means that unironically, this dude's just loved him some Sonic R with his friends for 5 hours of his life. That is time he is never getting back.
Yeah. I mean, even if you sort of go off sort of the way it used to be for me when I was sort of growing up, it's like. You know, okay, friends come over after school, we play till 5, 6 o'clock, parents chase them off home, and then you decide to play online. And I mean, maybe if these characters are like 12 or 13, maybe there is a novelty to Sonic R that, you know, oh, this is an old game, so maybe there is a genuine sense of unironically playing it. But, yeah, so going to bed at 10 o'clock either implies this character has a mandated bedtime by their parents, or they just don't know how to respond to any form of negative stimuli in their life, so their response is to go sleep, which is something I completely relate to.
Yeah. I mean, my younger brother he can't stay up to watch a movie with us at all. It'll be like 9 o'clock. He's like, well, I'm going to bed.
All I can say to all of this, I'm gonna quote everyone's favorite Universe Prime Dr. Ivo Robotnik. Yeah. SWATbot, reinsert the hedgehog.
Well, I'm going to quote him from a
pretty
YouTube
good
poop that I
impression,
don't know if
actually.
everyone else is here. It's like,
That's actually a pretty good.
it's time to unleash my body parts and fuck Sonic like a bug.
I think at that point it's like, it's time to unleash my body parts and fuck Sonic like a bug. If you're gonna do the YouTube poop, speak it like you're the YouTube poop.
I know, but I like saying it like it's full sentence.
Sonic is your local drug dealer. He has
Yeah.
all the weed that you need. Ganja,
Yes.
the
He's
Mary
also-
J. A Mary J.
Wait a second, so if our Sonic is Scottish, what should Shadow be?
I'm not edgy. What are you talking about?
I mean, when we read Sonic.exe, Sonic ends up being Scottish.
At one point he was Welsh as well.
Oi, Tails, what the fuck are you doing? Tails, get that screwdriver away from me.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
Sonic from the Green Hills and the Valley.
Cyrus, do you want to read this next paragraph?
Sure. When I woke up the next morning, I found a little paper saying, Dear Richard, I'm gonna kill your friends and show them that they are fools.
Because killing them will
Sincerely,
teach them a valuable lesson.
people die when they are killed.
Yes.
Sincerely, the doll. There was
The
a little
doll!
blood stain where the doll. Of course there's blood. It can't be a bad creepypasta without blood. Or if it's in a video game, hyper realistic blood.
Okay, like, hyper-realistic. I'm gonna go off on a little tangent. Hyper-realism is a movement in sculpture and photography. You can have a sculpture that's hyper-realistic, you can have a painting that's hyper-realistic. It does not at all pertain to moving images. That would be photorealistic. So,
Yeah.
Resident Evil 7's graphics are photorealistic.
When you travel to the great
For the
Hyper
most part.
realistic blood.
I don't know,
Hyper-realistic.
I don't know, you reading that note feels like I'm being threatened by the postal guy.
Jimmy.
Like, I saw someone praising a story for saying, not once
Signed
did you
my
say
petition.
hyper-realistic. It's like, oh, that's why 50 Shades of Grey is such a masterpiece.
Because
No
it
point.
doesn't say hyper realistic. That's
At
the
no point did Erica Mitchell write the sentence hyper-realistic cock.
that is the bar you have to clear for good literature. The Bible is now great literature because it doesn't say hyper realistic.
Hyper-realistic cogs. I proceeded to undo his pants and saw his hyper-realistic mega cock.
No, you have to. I saw his hyper realistic mega cock. The fucking oh my god! There's a in Game for anybody here who's also a fan of Game Apologist, in his Discord, there's a meme that just gets thrown around repeatedly every now and again, where it's just a picture of Shadow the Hedgehog and just goes, "Hey kid, nice cock."
I've seen a dub of that, but instead of it being Shadow the Hedgehog, it was Duke Nukem.
I've seen one of it was like Kronk.
Okay, let me finish this
Okay.
paragraph.
Yes.
I freaked out and threw it in the trash and had a 1,000 mile stare until I'd never blinked. I didn't blink once until I went to school. I ran inside the classroom and screamed to my friends that they will be killed. I screamed to
That
them all
that
the
will be
while.
killed.
I never fucking blinked. Blinking is for pussies.
I'm just imagining, like, you know, the screaming, like, you know, like that, the plankton screaming "my eye" in SpongeBob. I've imagined it like that, you know, with tears running down his eyes.
Jesus. See, hold on. The teacher thought I was the class clown, and I punished me. Of course you punished you. You're writing this story and it's all bullshit. Of course you punished you.
Detention.
I punished me with lunch detention for today. What the fuck is... Okay, hold on. That's not a
So
thing
it's
where
the
I come
school
from?
is like it makes you be Dobby. You have to punish yourself.
Master has given Master
Dobby's
has given
there.
Dobby a hammer.
Dobby's
Dobby
there.
is sock. Just
Yeah, like Raven is an
Master.
amazing Dobby.
Master
I-
has given Dobby a shooting device. Dobby is Glock.
Master, why have you given Dobby your cum sock?
Master has given Dobby a sock for cleaning. The sock is sticky.
But yeah, lunch detention, that's a thing.
Is this
They just
an
keep you
ad
away
for,
from everyone else.
is this an
during
ad for
lunch.
Grammarly?
Yeah, this is an ad for Grammarly. So is reading BGR's blog, but that's also a blog. That's also an advertisement for feminism.
BGR has an editor, we believe.
Yeah, he says he
Maybe.
does.
BGR says there is... Larry says there is in fact an editor somewhere that he has talked to at least half of one time.
I mean,
I
Greg claimed
would
in
love
his
to believe
book-
it's his wife who's purposefully trying to screw him over.
I mean, Greg claims that he has an editor, but
Yeah, but that's Kai, and doesn't do a very good job.
Okay, while you guys do the next two ones, I am going to grab a food from the kitchen real quick. Should take me 2 minutes.
Sure. Okay.
grab
Every-
a
At
food.
lunch, sure. At lunch detention, one of my peers said that they heard of the Tails doll after I told them my encounter with it. Yeah, they heard it from you. What made me get chills in my spine was number 15 Burger King foot lettuce. Sorry. It's the Tails doll's vessel, meaning that I pleased the Tails doll by playing as him in Sonic R. The moment after he said that, the fire alarm rang and we evacuated the school. Smoke was coming from the third floor, and it was a real fire. I mean, the clue was in the smoke.
When you come to Sweet Home
It was
Alabama,
coming from my classroom.
If you only ever had one like real fire at school, it was
social distancing, wearing masks, and
Okay.
sanitizing.
it was funny. Somebody set Angel Delight on fire. I don't even know how you do that.
Mhm.
Anyways, I guess I'll read the next two, because,
Next sentence.
I came... Sorry, I apologize. I came home early due to the fire, not due to.
Wrong due.
Due to the fire. I told my parents about the fire, but not the Tails doll.
Obviously.
My father told...
Me that my uncle and my cousins are coming. Luckily, my uncle was a retired veteran. Veteran of what? Like,
he
army
was a veteran of the console wars, of course.
Or a veterinarian. He'll neuter tails.
He was a veteran of the he was a 10,000-year veteran of the Long War. Wait, no, this is not Warhammer.
So I might have some protection from the Tails doll for now. A few hours later, I told my cousins the entire story, and they didn't believe me, saying it was a good, scary story. It's not. But this is reality. Whoop, there goes gravity.
Suddenly, my cell phone was ringing, and it was my friend saying he was having a party. I got permission from my parents, and I headed off to my friend's house. When I got there, we had a great time fooling around, eating like hell, and watching fights of drunken men.
Wait, are
Wait,
these
was
drunk
this
men
dude-
fighting on the street?
Wait, they're either watching drunken people fight on the street, or they're actually living in the timeline where they can watch bum fights without feeling like horrible people. Wait, no, that's actually this person plays Sonic R unironically. Never mind.
Yeah.
They're
I was just
already-
imagining there were two dudes that got drunk and then they started punching each other.
He was actually watching the Jeff the Killer fight in real time.
Yes.
After a while, the doorbell rang. The music was so loud we couldn't hear it, so the doorbell rang continuously until I noticed the sounds and opened it.
Wait,
It was my older brother, and he joined the party.
he couldn't hear it. So
But
when did he
until he could
notice
hear
the
it.
sounds?
He couldn't hear it until he could.
Oh, I'm not
It
deaf
mattered
anymore.
until it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, presuming this takes place in America and not sort of where I live in the world, which means which means houses aren't so tightly packed, and there's like generally some kind of space around it. You just go around the back and just shout,
Could just be like where I live. I don't have a doorbell because that would require me buying one, and I don't have that kind of money.
No. Yeah, it does not take place in a typical like suburban, like sort of like American sort of just go round, you know. Like I mean, where I live, I live in a flat currently, but my home where I grew up was a terraced house. You know, if you wanted to go around the back, if you couldn't go through the house, you go all the way around the street.
All right.
So I guess I've got the next part.
Next paragraph.
I had a sleepover at my friend's house since it was too late to go home. Is it weird, like with like a pseudo Shadow the Hedgehog voice? I
No,
had
it's
a
fine.
sleepover, Sonic.
I had a sleepover.
You're
Yeah,
the
it's
fake
okay.
hedgehog around here. I woke up at 5 a.m. that morning and found a doll that looks like the Tails doll. I proceeded to reinsert it, because that's what you do when you have ultimate power.
Oh my god.
Since I find no interest in dolls, except the one doll that I really like because I played it in a video game I unironically love,
I thought you were about to go darker.
I only...
Except for the one that I put my penis in.
God damn it. I gave it to my little sister when I got home.
That's horrible.
God damn it. Why is... Okay, so... This is the bad thing about using this voice, because now my brain is going, hey kid, nice cock, and also I handed my little sister this doll. And it's... The two things are not combining well.
It's also, if this is the Tails doll, he just gave it to his sister. That's like a death sentence.
My
Yeah,
guard was
like-
down, thinking that the doll conspiracy was finally over. Wait,
That's
it just fucking started!
Yeah,
It just started!
He spent the past few days, a week or two,
It's not a
freaking the
conspiracy.
fuck out of this bloody doll, right? The second the doll turns up, he doesn't go, oh shit, maybe it's true. He goes, I'll give that to my sister.
It's like, oh no, I'm so scared of this Tails doll. Here's one. Here you go, sis.
When you travel to Monkey
I read my dad's newspaper, which is not a thing I normally do, but this time I decided to fucking do it. And then I jumped out of my chair when I saw the headlines. It read, Fire started in Eisenhower Middle School by unknown entity. 3 injured. This unknown entity sounded like the How? By what metric? By what metric did it sound like the Tails doll?
You know, but here's the thing. Like, if it was if they could confirm enough that this was a deliberate act of arson, they would report it as by an unknown person or like an unknown, assailant. They wouldn't say unknown entity.
It has
like
to be an
Cthulhu
entity. It's an eldritch abomination.
It's
like,
Absathoth.
yeah, it's like, the Athotep didn't pop up with his tinderbox and
Oh
say,
my
"How
God.
mate, I'm gonna have a bit of a scrap on and light your school on fire."
I just
You
got
know?
fan art sent in of this. Hold on.
Oh god.
I have
You got
to
flat.
I have to grab this. Where is my
Like I said, I'm never getting fan art, and that's fine.
Hold on.
I
This-
technically have drawn you fan art of Stickman.
Oh, right, yes. I meant, like,
hold
of
on.
anything else that you've done.
Boom.
I
There
mean,
we
you
go.
you also missed, like, my story, like Tails Doll My Story, with, like, blood was all over the floor, and to this day, my feet ache and are sore.
My to this day my feet ache and are sore. I
Because,
just
you know-
Because the Tails Doll attacked his feet.
I got Tails doll fan art of just Tails doll. Hey John. Hello John.
I can see it on your stream, yeah.
Hello John. It's going right up here. So if anybody needs to know what we're doing, hello John.
Okay, so is this part of the, is this part of Hammered Out gonna stay on? Stay up?
So hold on. So this is not hammered out still. I ended that stream and started a new one.
Oh. Oh.
So this will likely I'm either going to put it on my gaming channel or I'm going to start another secondary thing where I post like Sonic shit. Because on my channel I'm actually doing live readings of the Archie comic right now. But those don't have
Oh,
anything to
nice.
do with my main channel. So when they're done being read on the live stream, I'm probably going to throw those over to whatever that side project is. It might be the gaming channel. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
But yeah, this is fun. I actually just jumped over and I saw it.
Hello,
Nice.
Hello, John.
Hello, John.
That's what I,
want
do,
to play a
John.
game.
It's what I do, John. It's what I do.
Let's see.
I sounded a bit like Creepypasta for a minute. Blah.
This unknown entity sounded like the Tails doll, and
How?
I became paranoid once again. I decided to be a temporary paperboy. Okay, wait. Is this about a middle schooler or somebody with a midlife crisis? I decided to be a temporary paperboy to end my boredom after breakfast. Yeah,
That's not how it works.
I just decided. I went. Let's take this look. I went to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and I just decided today I will be an paperboy. And when I went into the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, they said, okay, only for today because you're bored and you've already had breakfast. You can be a paperboy today.
So I saw the Sun. I saw the Sun had this belted article out about Princess Diana being a slut, and this belted article about how Johnny Depp's a coward for letting a woman beat him. And this kid walks in and he says, "Oh, you want to be a paperboy?" And I say, "I spread this tabloid bullshit all around town, mate."
And he goes, absolutely. Did you know that the unknown entity was actually the Tails doll?
And he said, "I knew it."
Source, dude, trust me.
Suddenly the next headline in the Sun: Johnny Depp is Tails doll.
Tails doll, scissor hands.
Well, I mean, according to the last story, he pretty much would have scissor hands.
Yeah.
Because after all, blood was all over the floor.
I guess I will read.
Oh, I was gonna do that, but okay.
Well, but this is one of my favorite lines in this whole thing. That's
Sure,
why
okay.
An hour later, all the papers were delivered. What, did you live in a place
Were
with,
the
like...
delivered?
Were the delivered, sorry. Sorry, I apologize. See, I have dyslexia. My dyslexia is correcting the spelling mistakes. And now, this is a very common thing whenever we do this. And
It happened in my Immortal as well.
Yes, I kept correcting grammar mistakes because my dyslexia kind of hit a Stack Overflow and, like... Yeah. An hour later, all the papers were delivered, and the days after were quite casual with no school.
Motherfucker, you would have been sent to another school.
I checked the mailbox for letters of my classmates, stumbled
What kid
upon
does
it.
this?
Upon the envelope, which is quite unusual. Well, judging for the fact it took them, an hour to deliver all the papers in town, there's no school, which implies they're probably too far away from another school. Maybe this guy, like...
I'm just curious, if a fire started in the school, how is it just so it's perfectly functional the next day, basically? And I thought, when he said I was going to be a temporary paperboy to end my boredom after breakfast, I thought this was going to be, like, a super temporary thing. No, dude literally just went and got himself a fucking job. I thought that was allegory, but no, it was actually just bad writing.
And this guy must, like, live in, like, one of those, like...
And
that's
just
like completely
oh no, this
cut
Tails
off.
doll is after me. Better become a paperboy.
Yeah, like they must live in like these rural villages in like Yukon and Canada or like Alaska, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the other envelope was quite unusual. I ripped it open with curiosity, and it was from your secret killer. It read, "My dear friend, I know where you live.
Because I wrote
I
you a
will
letter.
not kill your friends, but I will burn their houses instead for even more suffering. Will you play with me?"
Bring me my opium.
Bring me my opium, child. I ran to the nearest trash can and threw it away and attempted to clear my mind.
Okay,
the nettles feel great against my skin. I'm feeling massive salad finger vibes from that voice.
There's somebody in your chat that's spamming an awful lot, by the way. There.
Let's see. What are they doing?
Just
Oh, is that Nightbot? Or
Mm-mm.
oh,
No, somebody's being weird.
yeah, they
Hey,
are.
Person spamming. Do you know what we do do you know what happens to children who don't know how to behave? They go into timeout. Welcome to timeout.
I go into the forever box, but only temporarily.
Uh-oh, you made a fucky wucky. Now you get in the forever box.
Sorry, I've just realised every single track in Sonic R starts with the letter R.
Oh,
Like every single racetrack. Huh.
okay. Anyway, I mean, it's just like, my dear friend, I know where you live because I wrote you a letter. And just explaining this to Sarah, that voice, whenever we pull that out in a story, that usually means that character is addicted to opium. That's kind of like a joke that we have going on.
We had a joke where it was somebody. It was supposed to be set
It was
in
a
the
laughing
Victorian.
jack.
That was, but it was the one that was set in the Victorian age, and I played the mother, and I kept making jokes about the fact that I needed opium for my gout.
I'm going to ask the Prince of Wales for opium.
Oh,
Give me my
opioids for my gout.
Philip, tell the Chinese man I need Hong Kong back because I need my opium.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
no, we got it from India. Tell the Indians I need their country back. I need my opium. Philip.
Yeah. And he like threw away the message from his secret killer, and
That's
just got rid of the evidence. Late that night, several fire trucks came to several houses, and I realized that letter was actually telling the truth for once, as opposed to all those letters full of lies.
Wait. When have the letters been full of lies previously established?
Yeah.
When they're from Donald Trump.
Quite
I mean,
frankly,
he actually-
we won this election.
He actually sends letters to my dad.
I get fucking emails from Trump and his campaign all the time.
I do too, but we also get physical, like, paper letters, and I go through them with a red pen, and I mark all the grammar mistakes. It's quite funny.
It's wrote in crayon.
I don't have the time
give
nor the
me
crayons
money.
to explain to our president that he can't be a fascist dictator.
I have been giving him, like, Fs and saying, see me after class. Because I do want to be a teacher. But, like,
Is Willie the York of the Prince of Wales? Yes.
school
yes.
reopened the next day. Must not have been a very bad fire. And what happened last night made it to Fox News that morning.
It was on the Tucker. It was on the Tucker Carlson show. We were talking about it.
Obviously, the fire was started by liberals.
Started by Hunter Biden.
The Tails doll. For everyone who doesn't know, right? Let's say hypothetically, for the sake of argument, the Tails doll existed, okay? And hypothetically, for the sake of argument, if the Tails doll did exist, it would be a communist. Why? Because, well, the Tails doll doesn't need food, okay? So it doesn't actually need to earn money. So it's obviously a communist. It has to be a communist. It can't be anything. So and it's a murderer. You know who else were murderers? Communists. Only ever communists. Tails doll is a liberal and also a communist.
I've got a
And
friend
also
of mine
gay
who
and trans
does
and
a
everything
really
else that
good.
Ben Shapiro doesn't understand.
Yeah, I've got a friend of mine that does a really good Ben Shapiro impression, but he always just will say, if you say let's say or hypothetically in a sentence, he goes off on this tangent about Ben Shapiro appearing at your house at 3 o'clock in the morning, T-posing above your bed.
If you say, the legend goes, if you say, let's say, for the sake of argument, hypothetically, 3 times in the mirror, Ben Shapiro will appear before you and explain to you that it's not okay for you to have a wet-ass pussy. His doctor wife told him so.
Wow, he's gonna be really disappointed when he finds out that pussies are supposed to get wet during sex when the girl's enjoying it.
He doesn't know what
It's
it
not
means
like
to
his
have a
knife.
girl enjoy
It's not
things.
like his wife would have known it. It's not like his
Let's say-
wife would understand that, and I
Let's
feel
say
bad for her.
hypothetically.
A little bit.
let's- Oh, never don't. Also, the other interesting thing about Ben Shapiro is when he's losing a debate. You never see this, but when he's losing a debate, he unhinges his jaw and swallows his opponent.
He's a cobra. So he's eaten quite a few dicks.
Have you seen the video about like Ben Shapiro like talking about like people should sell their houses and move further inland or whatever if they're so concerned about
Who are they
global
going to sell
warming?
them to, Ben? Fucking Aquaman!
Yes, I love that video.
Alright, late that night. Okay. School reopened the next day, and as I entered the classroom, I thought it was the ass room.
It was.
That's what
When
we
I
call
came
the
to school,
we call
everybody
sex ed
was.
class.
But I came into school, everybody was paranoid, just like me. And when school was over, as I walked home, I found a paper saying, "I will see you, Richard," on the sidewalk. Then I believed this Tails doll was actually real.
He literally gave the Tails doll to his sister. How can he
Yeah.
argue it's not? Also, can I
I
just
think
say
that she stopped existing after that paragraph.
this person? I don't believe they have a grasp on what is or isn't real because they, as a child, unironically both play Sonic R and watch Fox News.
Yes, they do.
I see you, Dick. Sorry, I just wanted to have an excuse to crack out the
How
voice.
How does one get
Yep.
dick from Richard?
Ask him nicely.
Okay.
But nah, it's like it's a long story. I don't know all of the I don't remember all the details, but whatever.
I ran as fast as I can.
Could you ran as fast as you could?
When I stopped, I saw fresh blood dripping from down a storm drain. Of course,
And you knew it was fresh because you tasted it.
it's fresh. It tasted like strawberry jam, so I knew the blood had been fresh.
Yuck.
When I find not fresh blood, the first thing I do is look at it and say, "I found you, faker."
And every time I hear somebody talk about blood, I just think of the game Blood, like that Duke Nukem style shooter with the main character called Caleb. That was quite fun. I want.
Yes. Anyway, let's keep going.
Oh yeah, that is true. It wasn't hyper realistic. Good creepypasta.
I suddenly became sick and disgusted by this horrific sight. You mean fandom.com? Cause me too, my buddy, me too. I ran even faster, and was inside
go
my
fast.
home, and I locked the door tightly. Anyway,
Tightly.
something Ben Shapiro also doesn't know anything about. Something was poking on me. Oh God, the timing on that.
Ben Shapiro.
So,
This company has to destroy you with facts and logic.
so hypothetically, if I destroyed your tiny asshole with facts and logic,
With my massive
For the
facts and logic.
for the sake of
Massive bear
argument,
cock.
what if I destroyed your asshole with facts and logic and me massive bear cock?
I'm
Okay.
gonna
Ben
destroy your
Shapiro.
fucking asshole with me massive bear cock.
I'm going to destroy you, fucking liberal asshole. Massive facts and logic, bear cock.
Something was poking on me, so I turned to poking on me. If it's poking on you, it's probably your dick. That's called puberty, my friend. It's natural. Nothing was there. Okay, so it's Ben Shapiro natural. Got it.
Were you saying Ben Shapiro didn't go for puberty? Or?
No, I'm saying Ben Shapiro feels that he has a penis, but when he looks down, he goes, "Oh, that's right. I still can't see it." I ran
Like a
up.
clit with testicles.
You just described Ben Shapiro in a nutshell. Overly sensitive, but oddly strong in the face of abuse. I ran
Checkmate
upstairs.
liberals.
I ran upstairs. Checkmate liberals. If I'm a pussy and pussies can take a beating.
Checkmate liberals. I'm the snowflake now.
Yep. He is.
I ran upstairs to my room. The door locked for no reason. Nothing was inside. The lights went out
Oh,
for
good, I can
no
jerk off.
reason. How is the author omniscient? If
Omnipotent.
this omniscient author knows that the lights went out for no reason. It should be no discernible reason, right? Like they didn't know, but no, it's
yeah.
written as if they
For no
know
reason.
for a fact there was no reason.
And you know what? Like, this is why I never use a third person omniscient sort of viewpoint for writing. I use third person limited.
I heard loud footsteps coming from the stairs. A red light appeared. The lights turned on. It was the Tails doll. Wait.
You need to put extra emphasis on the doll. It's got 2 exclamation points.
It was the Tails doll. I'm so confused. Like, wait. The lights went on and it was the Tails doll. There's some context missing. Where was the Tails doll? Where did you look? You heard loud footsteps. A red light appeared. Then the lights turned on. It was the Tails doll. No, it should be the red light appeared, which would be the thing above his head. it was the Tails doll. But no, instead, the sentence is structured in such a way that the lights turning on is the Tails. Whenever I flick my fucking lights on in my room, I just flick, thank you, Eldritch Abomination, for giving me light.
Yeah,
I just imagine the Tails doll
Tails
was like T-posing.
Tails doll was T-posing in front of my house. It was ready to destroy me with facts and logic.
It told me in a demonic
Wait,
voice.
can I read this one, please?
Yes.
Go on, man.
It told me in a demonic voice, I will show you the error of your ways. It took out a knife, but turned around and floated outside. When I read that, I imagine it like bobbing clumsily out like a balloon.
Just like clattering itself off everything as it goes past the knife, slamming against like the wall and making a horrible noise.
That's kind of cute. I closed my eyes in horror as it was killing innocent people. It came back saying, "Are you happy knowing you can feel the sunshine?" It got a huge machete and was ready to kill me as well. I locked the door. So you locked yourself in with the Tails doll.
Now it just says he locked the door and he dropped down from the window. So he locked the door to keep the Tails doll out, but that context isn't given
Yeah.
With
until the
luck.
next fucking paragraph.
With luck, I landed on the ground.
I mean, real
Man, that was
unlucky.
lucky.
Yeah. God, yeah, you've got to...
He didn't jump out the window and suddenly turn into a bird.
Suddenly it starts falling upwards.
I mean, after all, it was Tuesday.
The Tails doll was furiously slashing at the door. A piece of the door flew out of the window. The doll's dark eyes were glaring out.
I just imagine it now with like fuzzy, angry eyebrows.
And it almost hit me. It found a chainsaw
Just found
and
it.
told me it was doing a sacrifice. I jumped through the numerous fences, but it was too fast. It
So
has
it wasn't
a
jumping
slight...
over them.
He
was jumping through them.
Through numerous fences, but it was too fast. It had a slight cut from the chainsaw.
Dripping
The
with
Tails
blood.
doll, the fences, the
Yeah,
sky,
what is it?
all
What
all
is
of
the
these.
what is the noun here that
I
it
don't
is
know.
referring to?
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
I don't know.
Dripping
I'm sorry.
with blood, I ran through the alleyway. It floated
Wait,
straight.
are you dripping with blood or is the chainsaw dripping with blood?
I
It's,
ran
it's
through the
obviously the
alley-
alleyway is dripping with blood.
Yes.
It's a
Hyper-realistic
creepypasta.
blood.
Hyper-realistic blood is everywhere.
It
Yay.
floated towards me, trying to slice me into before it was
Into
going
two.
into two. Sorry, before it was going to kill me, I found a wooden cross and shoved it in front of him.
Oh yeah, that. Where did you find this wooden fucking cross, Timothy?
In the words of the Texasist, go on, get.
He
It
burned like it was a
burned.
bomb and exploded.
It burned like it was a bomb and exploded. I limped my way back home with the chainsaw and told my siblings an unbelievable story. Hey, did you know I play Sonic R unironically and actually enjoy it? And they went, wow, that's unbelievable.
Wait, hold on. He told them an unbelievable story, but it didn't describe what unbelievable story.
Yeah,
Moreover,
So it's not this one.
wasn't he at his home and the Tails doll went like cornered him, pulled out a knife, walked away from him, started just stabbing everyone, came back, pulled out a machete randomly, and then he locked it. So he had to go back home and tell his siblings that this happened. His siblings, who I would assume are very stabbed at this point.
I like the idea that like
You don't
when
say.
he returns back with a knife, he goes, "You see this knife?" And the person goes, "Yeah, I see that knife." He goes, "You call that a knife?" Pulls out a machete. Oh, this is a knife.
It's just like, yeah, I saw it. It went into my body like 50 times. Take me to a hospital, Richard.
You call that a knife? No, that's
Yes.
a spoon. I see you played knife with spoony
Yeah.
before.
You call that a knife, Larry? This is a knife.
I'll pull
That's
out
a
my
spoon.
knife.
I feel strangely threatened.
It's not that big, but you have seen it. It's the
I'm
one with the spear tip.
Yes, I'm intimidated by women with large knives.
Mhm.
I'm intimidated by women.
Yes.
I'm just intimidated. to
Wait,
be
are we
honest.
still just talking about Ben Shapiro right now?
Okay, the next story is Shadow's Little Helper.
Oh, this is good. Yes. This is
I'm gonna let
be great.
Growlithe in real quick, and I'll be
Sure.
right back.
Puppy.
A dog? We're getting a doggo?
Yes, a doggo. Growlithe is his doggy. Oh, this is a wall of text. It's very small. But yeah, anyone asking in the chat, my knife is a Smith & Wesson.
Oh, no. I know gun companies that also make knives, but just...
Yeah. Well, I mean,
My
I've got Axel's knife, not Axel's, I've got Leon's knife gun.
A friend of mine has a Glock, and by a Glock, I mean a Glock knife. Glock.
Yeah.
A long popper, a good popper. I'm gonna be very upset if I don't get to see a popper.
Like Swole Leonhardt, I've got a gun knife, but no, my knife was just made by the Smith & Wesson company.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm back. What would people be disappointed they didn't get to see? I'm confused.
I wish to see the popper.
Oh, then Growlithe, come here. Growlithe, come here, girl. Come here.
Long, not long. Oh, I'm sorry.
Lord Hopper.
Long popper. I've got to wait for it to appear on the streams. Your reactions. Oh, it's adorable.
Large puppo.
Large.
I remember when she
Yeah.
was just a tiny thing.
Hello, Growlithe. How you doing? You doing okay? Are you here to cringe like me?
Oh, is that a cat as well?
Yeah. That's
It's
Yumi.
a cat. See.
Mhm.
Look at you out here with all of the pets.
Yes, he does. Anyway, alright, Shadow's Little Helper. This is a wall of text.
Well, the dog is not happy at that.
Now, well, to be fair, we live out in the woods, so she hears like every little animal that skirts by and just goes, "It's an invader."
It's the Tails doll.
Okay, so you said Shadow's Little Helper. I'm clicking this. Let's see. There is no text on this page. What?
There's a lot of text on this page.
It shows nothing for me.
Oh.
Yeah, here. This is what I see on mine.
1 second. I'll share my screen.
I'm obviously waiting for the stream to catch up on your end so I can see.
Alright. Here we are.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean. Why is there no text on that page for you?
It's on
Oh.
here for me.
Yeah, it's on there for me as well.
The fuck? That's weird.
So, like, if you go into Discord and...
yeah,
here's my
I've
screen.
got it. I've got
No,
it.
but that one that you send doesn't link text. So hold on, let me... Do
That's weird.
you know why? It's because it doesn't recognize the dots at the end. That's why. If you just put in the URL, if you just put in the 3 dots that are in the thing, it'll crop up. That's why it doesn't recognize the dots and the
Gotcha.
link.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's a bit odd, but hey, now we know.
Hi, Yumi. Do you want to cringe with me?
Alright.
She's gonna be a little cringy girl.
Okay. Shadow's Little Helper. I can't take it anymore. Well, I can't take it anymore. He controls me. With 2 L's. To be fair, when I was 13, I didn't know how to spell control either. And I can't stop it. He is pure evil. This all started the day I got a Nintendo GameCube from my friend as she didn't want it.
But that has the best game on it of all time, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
That is actually a pretty good game.
It's starting to show its age now, though. It really is.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, it's aging like fine wine. What, you want to fucking fight about it?
No, I mean, like, I'd love to see it remastered.
Oh, I would too.
Yeah, but like fine wine, it's a little hard to stomach at first.
Yep.
And also didn't get herself Wind Waker or Twilight Princess.
Growlithe.
Oh, I see what the problem is. She got Eternal Darkness and didn't know what to do with it.
Baby's
Didn't
first
realize the gem she had on her hands.
baby's first game. I played Eternal Darkness first. Don't all video games mess with your volume controls and or your video controls?
No? If you start
or,
losing your sanity, it does.
or you play Metal Gear Solid 1, to be fair.
Oh yeah, Psycho Mantis.
You've been playing Super Mario Sunshine.
Yeah. Alright,
Thank you,
it came with a Shadow the Hedgehog game. Just one of the many Shadow the Hedgehog games. He's had so many.
It just has the words written in Sharpie, apparently.
I asked her about the game as it had no cover art on it, and it was replaced by some masking tape with the words Shadow the Hedgehog.
It's Weeth. It's Weeth. Weeth the words. Weeth.
I can confirm Shadow the Hedgehog was on GameCube. I decided to go fact
Yes, I
check.
own it.
See, I owned it on PlayStation. I didn't know anybody who owned it on GameCube, so...
I do.
I still own my GameCube copy. I just don't know if it works.
Mine
my
works, I know it
PlayStation
works.
2 copy works still. And then, it has the return of the best area of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Pumpkin Hill.
Mm.
Do,
Do-do-do.
do, do, do.
I mean, that's the best music to troll Tommy McMurtry with.
There's a 10-hour loop of it
I
on
ain't
the
gonna
official-
let it get to me. Fucking.
Written on with Sharpie. But as it turned out, she had moved, and I didn't know the number, but now I know why.
Man.
Yeah, she
Shouldn't
moved,
there be like a?
and she didn't want to talk to you ever again.
Shouldn't there be like a comma or a semicolon in there somewhere?
There should be.
That's a fucking run-on sentence.
It is. Anyway, I put the game into the console and started it, and it started up fine. Open parentheses, space. I had known what it looked like as I played it round my friend's house, in parentheses.
Oh god, this is like freaking this is like early Archie comics writing where every single word has like an apostrophe before it and it's all words are truncated so that they can sound more cool. We don't like your kind round here. Sides. Why would we let you here, Knuckles? I was just like, wait, hold on. I'm pretty sure at least one of you can speak a full word instead of apostrophizing it. That's what this
it's
reminds
weird.
me of.
But once I had got into the intro where Shadow says the name haunts him and he faintly remembers Maria without a capital,
Oh, hold on.
the background was a little weird.
Maria.
Weirder than normal.
Sorry, guys. I very, very quickly changed the soundtrack on my end to be "I Am All of It" on loop till we're done with Shadow the
I
Hedgehog.
actually had that downloaded to my iPod when I was 13.
Because
Because I was edgy.
we're done talking about Tails doll, so I can finally get rid of. And now just need to listen to "I Am All of Me" on loop.
Brave-hearted hero.
I am all. Yeah, that's obvious. But anyway,
And people are talking about Sonic boob armor in my chat now. Oh dear.
you know what?
You mean
You
like
could show like one of my favorite examples of great boob armor.
I was just gonna say, just like, isn't it weird how Rouge the Bat's costume in Sonic Adventure 2 and almost every other game looks like something a spy might wear because it's obviously made out of like leather or polyester. But then when you play Sonic Heroes, it looks like she's
It's
wearing
totally
fucking
different.
plate mail. She looks like
Yeah.
she's wearing fucking plate mail armor. Just like, I'm pretty sure that might have helped you survive a couple of shots from Omega. But you weren't planning on getting shot with a gun today, so I'm still confused.
Yeah, like my big thing is like a character that was designed earlier in had her design changed before her own game. I'll show you in the chat, like in the Discord general. Alright, so this was
Oh,
Fury's
from
original
Darksiders.
design. Yep. This was her original design.
I like how you say you put it in general, then you put it in announcements. Announcement, please look at this person.
Sorry.
Nah, it's your server. Do what you want.
Yep, I'm putting it in general now.
Just point out that, like, if the boob armor conversation moves into discussing literal deadly sins or gods, I'm pretty sure they can just manifest
Oh no,
themselves
lust
to-
was totally covered up.
Like, couldn't they
And
just
androgynous.
couldn't they manifest themselves to look however the fuck they want, armor be damned?
Yes.
Like, they're gods. Those
But,
rules
like,
don't-
lust himself is like lust themselves is actually a lot more like ethereal and more like about desires and not just sex.
Yeah. I feel like one of the best ways to depict a god of any sort of lust or sexual desire is to have them look like the person who's looking at them would want them to be like.
Well, that's how Evelyn is in League of Legends. That's actually how she functions. Like, she's not like a god of lust. She's more just she's an eldritch character who gains all of her sustenance from people's suffering, and people's suffering is heightened when their pleasure is heightened. So a natural way of managing that was just to look like a sexy man or a sexy lady, and in her lore, she looks like either, depending on who the fuck is seeing them.
Yeah. But like in the general chat, this was how she originally was meant to look.
Yeah.
And then they changed it when Joe Mad left because they couldn't really use his design.
Ah, it's Ken Penders all over again.
Well, no, it's more like they felt it wouldn't really fit with what they were doing. Plus, like, it didn't really fit her character at that time.
Fair.
So this is what they decided to go with, and I think this one works better.
There was an old Lord of the Rings
That and it's
comic.
a lot more fun to draw.
Was an old Lord of the Rings comic that was out at one point, and like it didn't do too well. But one of the things is that one of the characters in Lord of the Rings is a woman that pretends to be a man. I can never remember her name. But when they'd shown her off in the comics, they'd shown her off in this quite skimpy, slightly like quite sexualized armor. But when they realized, wait, no, she's supposed to be pretending to be a man, when they actually introduced the other people from that thing, they all had sexualized armor. They just stuck to it. I just thought it was quite funny.
Then there's also Uriel, who is also covered head to toe.
From
also Darksiders.
Mm.
The first one and the second one, she doesn't show up again.
Gotcha.
And, like, she's a boss battle, actually. And is the only one to actually kill one of the horsemen.
Oh my god, why is she just going at it? Jesus
There's
fucking
Tails
Christ.
outside. He's coming for you in real life.
Tails.
Anyways.
We have digressed massively because people are talking about boobage.
Yes.
Look out, Gordon.
I had got to the intro where Shadow says the name haunts him, blah blah blah. The sky was darkened and the grass that was once green and alive was yellow gold-ish and dead. Just yellow patchy grass. You know, grass can look orange in the right light.
Yeah. Shadow spoke with a fairly distorted voice too, not as in two as in two O's, as in tuh. I thought it was a stupid glitch as the game was pretty old, but it wasn't. I started playing through Westopolis, and I, lowercase, could see that there were no gun soldiers or black aliens. Don't you mean those
I don't like the way you said black.
those black creatures?
Oh no.
Oh,
And then I went on to the next level.
Oh, you might want to wait, because I think he's went to go see what the dog is screaming at.
Yes. But yeah, like, this is fun.
Tell you what, though. Like, as much as Shadow the Hedgehog wanted to take itself seriously, where you've got the fighting aliens, both look quite realistic, you know? One of the things with Shadow was A, the fact that you had, like, Sonic and Shadow, and, like... With, like, Sonic and Shadow, like, you couldn't take... They look so out of place when you've got this realistic-looking world of, like, humans battling aliens and Shadow the Hedgehog. But the other part of the game that really took the immersion out of me was Eggman's introduction and the ruins.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, where you're, you know, going through these ruins of these ancient civilizations, watching the humans and the aliens battling it out, and then Eggman appears out of nowhere with his brightly coloured fleet and starts shelling everybody. It's like, what? You know?
Well, anyway,
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
Cirrus is back. Or my stream is really behind. Nope, he's still gone.
So I will say this.
Oh, he's back.
There is sorry, I'm having to bounce up and down because like I'm trying
It's
to
okay.
get Growlithe to stop barking so much because I don't want to just have to have her outside while I'm streaming when it's winter.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like get her. Hey, hon, calm the fuck down. But no, if you want to talk about out of place Sonic characters at all before we get back on topic, I'm just going to go ahead and say the most out of place Sonic characters have ever been in my recollection was the Iron Invasion in the Archie comics.
Yeah.
That is one of the most out of place where Sonic characters have ever been to me. It's like, oh, this is literally a Power Rangers villain, fucking sexually seducing Snively. There's Sonic people fighting her. Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
No, but just in terms of games, like I feel like if Eggman had more style he had in Sonic 06, where he was more realistic, it would have worked better in the narrative sort of sense of Shadow. But you know, having these humans and aliens battling it out, and suddenly you've got these dinky little orange egg robots, you know, with their lances and shields punching aliens, you know, where you've got realistic human soldiers and mechs fighting off this alien invasion, you know.
Yeah, and if only the humans could actually, like, fight on Shadow's side and they weren't just, like, shooting him, even when he's trying to do the good missions. Like, if they see him knocking out the Black Arms, and they're like, oh, he's on our side.
Isn't it so weird that in Sonic 06, Shadow finally just starts working for Gun after
It is
all
weird.
the shit they put him through?
Yeah.
That's why I like to think that Shadow the Hedgehog's non-canon.
Well, I could understand why in the premise of Shadow the Hedgehog, Gun probably is opposed to Shadow, because the wider narrative structure of that sort of era of games, you know, where Shadow is the creation of the scientist and the child they shot. You know, let's remember Gun killed a child.
Yeah, they did.
Never forget that they've engaged in filicide.
Yes.
Never forget that he killed a little sick girl.
Yes, but
Who
also
was
let's
dying
just,
of
you know,
AIDS.
Well, NIDS.
Yeah, which was the in-universe AIDS.
Yeah.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah, and mind you as well, one of the best bits of Shadow the Hedgehog was where you've got like the Black Doom commanding his army, and then you got the I forgot what the military bloke was called that was in charge of Gun, like ordering. You never actually see him out on the field in any missions, though.
Yeah,
He's
and he has
always-
heterochromia because, one eye's brown, one eye's blue. That obviously represents good and evil.
I fucking hate how heterochromia... Speaking as somebody with heterochromia, I hate when it's used in like anime or anything like that, because every single time there's this like super unique character and they're unique because they've got heterochromia, and I'm just like, but you guys keep doing this. You guys keep making these unique characters and they've got heterochromia. Just like, wait, you know that if you keep doing this, it's like saying, my character's unique because they can fire energy blasts from their hands. Post Dragon Ball Z era. This stopped being unique a long time ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Back
it's
to the
just like,
creepypasta.
yes. It was pretty weird. Then I went on to the next level. All through the level, Shadow kept having these flashback about Maria's death. Just one. Continuously.
These flash back.
I mean, you do watch a child get shot in that game. Like, that's, you know, that game pulled no punches.
It doesn't, but you don't actually see her get shot. You see her and then bang. You just hear the gunshot and you hear Shadow shout Maria, so it can be inferred that she got shot.
I mean, it's fairly obvious she got shot. Like, it's not even that they infer it; they pretty much confirm it.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious, and it was told to us in Sonic Adventure 2.
Like, we already knew. Can I also just point out that it's really fucking weird that Maria's age went down by about 5 years from Sonic Adventure 2 to Shadow the Hedgehog?
Yep.
Yeah, it was
She
weird.
fucking de-aged like hell. It was weird.
Why'd they make her look like Alice in Wonderland?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. generic, innocent-looking girl design, though, innit?
Yeah. Oh, blonde girls are always super innocent. I always hated that as like a girl growing up with like darker hair, constantly seeing like the dark-haired girls being bad
Yeah.
I mean, there's always
in older
like,
media.
Harley Quinn.
I know,
that's
but
not
it's just like older media. Like I watch like I Dream of Jeannie and stuff like that. And she had a sister who had dark hair, and it's like, oh, I can identify with her since she has darker hair. Nope.
Nope,
She
she's
was
evil. Or like the evil one. It's like the era of like old Star Trek where you've got this is good Spock and this is evil Spock. He has a goatee.
Facial hair is evil.
Just remember, though, that Star Trek went out of its way to explain why the Klingons in the first series just look like slightly hairy humans, you know? They went out of their way to explain that in lore.
Yep. I could see on his face that he had an expression which implied he was either in pain or in regret.
He was in regret.
Yep. Or was regretting his actions.
I've
The levels were the same. Oof, biting critique.
I mean, that is not.
It's not
there's
untrue.
there's only one level that's different in Shadow the Hedgehog, and nobody wants to go to the space colony arc.
No.
Never go to the space colony arc.
Speaking of of ridiculous things of the realism, the fact that Eggman's base in Shadow the Hedgehog is at Pumpkin Hill, you know?
Yeah, it's weird.
And then,
Eggman was Tommy McMurtry's cousin.
Maybe that
Oh
was
my god, now I'm just remembering Sonic X Eggman. But this is Sonic X Eggman talking to Steven Anderson. It's all fine and well to insult people, but when you start to actually hurt them, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
Fucking
Like,
Sonic
Eggman had standards.
Gabriel and Chat has a fucking point, yeah. Yeah, the entire thing of Valkyria Chronicle racist to the Darksons because the Darksons have black hair.
Alright. Okay, no obstacles or missions. Then the time came for the boss to come, but it didn't.
Wait, there were no missions? So this is a better
No.
version of Shadow the Hedgehog.
You
Yes.
know what they say, the more the merrier.
I love the fact that
say?
I love the fact that Shadow the Hedgehog is just the Team Chaotix part of Sonic Heroes and also worse.
Yes.
Yeah. You know
Because
what they
it controls like shadows running around on a puddle of gravy on the kitchen floor.
You know what they say, the more the merrier.
Find the computer room!
I
He's
can't
just
remember.
slippy sliding all over the place.
I can't remember any other boss quotes, but you know what they say, the egg dealer, aka Eggman, trip to Vegas gone wrong.
I'm just one of the worst things in that game is just Charmy being more annoying than usual. I was told to find a secret CD. Hey Shadow, what's a secret CD?
You know what they say, the more the merrier.
God damn it. Get a load of this. Get a load of this. Get a load of this.
Get a load of this.
You know what they say, the more the merrier.
But you know, like the Eggman in Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic X are the same guy because the old Eggman voice actor died.
Yeah, because we have Mike Pollock.
Mike Pollock
Yeah.
is great. I like him a lot.
So I will say this: I like Mike Pollock as a goofy Eggman who can be sinister. I preferred the older actor as a sinister Eggman who could be goofy.
Yeah.
It's like
Because he was very...
I just didn't really grow up with that one. I'm a little.
Sonic Adventure 1, Eggman was a very... As bad as the voice acting and voice direction in that game was, he was a very serious villain, and there are some genuinely quite creepy lines.
Sonic Adventure 2, he actually nailed his part down really well.
Yeah.
And I would have liked to see him continue, but I'm not mad that we got Mike Pollock.
Yeah, he's a good voice actor.
I do find it funny that this is hearsay. I had a friend of mine who told me the story that apparently Mike Pollock refused to voice Eggman going hoo 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 hoo, but the Japanese Eggman did a lot of that. And so they actually, in Sonic Unleashed, they animated Eggman's mouth to make the O shape specifically to force Mike Pollock to go, "Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo." I don't know if that one was true though.
Yep. He also refused to do the "I've come to make an announcement."
Oh, so this was actually a real fucking thing.
Yeah. If you know about the Snapcube real-time fan dubs for Sonic Adventure 2,
No.
where their Eggman goes off on a tangent, like, "I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker."
God damn it.
Like, I'll just pull that up.
I've come to
What
make an
makes-
announcement. Jesus. Also, somebody in my chat just asked, is Jim Carrey a good Robotnik?
He is.
Yes.
was.
Yes,
That was-
asterisk. Jim Carrey is a good Robotnik if your favorite version of Eggman is Mike Pollock. He does a
Yeah.
very good Mike Pollock
Yeah.
style Eggman.
Eggman, yeah. See, I'd have always have liked to have seen Tim Curry do it, but obviously Tim Curry can't really do a lot these days, given he had a stroke. Which is kind of why we haven't seen him in a lot of stuff. But I honestly think Tim Curry probably would have made a brilliant Eggman. I think he's got the eccentricness of it down, you know?
I think if you ever say I think Tim Curry could make a brilliant and you're about to insert a villain's name here, the answer
answer
is
is yes.
always yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he pulled off
Okay. So, I'm going to be playing this on my stream.
Oh god, are you actually playing? You actually playing Dr. Eggman's Twitter announcement?
Yep.
Eggman. I think he's got the
Hold on.
eccentricness of it down,
I
you
think-
know?
I think. Hold on, I have to wait for your stream to catch up on mine. If you ever say I think Tim Curry could make a brilliant to insert a villain's name here, the answer is
yes.
always yes.
Yes. I mean, he
Okay.
pulled off a.
So, I'm going to be playing this on my stream.
He really is a man. You actually playing Dr. Eggman's Twitter announcement?
Yep.
I come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker.
I have
He
to wait
pissed
for
on
your
my
stream to
fucking
catch up on
wife.
mine.
That's right. He took his hedgehog fucking quilly dick out and he pissed on my fucking wife and he said his dick was this big. And I said that's disgusting. So I'm making a call-out post on my twitter.com. Shadow the Hedgehog, you got a small dick. It's the size of this walnut except way smaller. And guess what? Here's what my dong looks like. That's right, baby. All points, no quills, no pillows. Look at that, it looks like two balls in a bong. He fucked my wife, so guess what? I'm gonna fuck the earth. That's right, this is what you get. My super laser piss. Except I'm not gonna piss on the earth. I'm
Refuse to
gonna
do
go
that.
higher.
I mean, I can see why.
I'm just gonna say right now, from watching this, it sounds like what if Robotnik were voiced by video game Donkey.
Yeah,
That was all improvised.
Yeah. Yeah. Although, they did the hero story first, so they did have the hero story, so we knew it was coming.
Sorta.
Don't you cut before?
But that entire rant was improvised.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think Tim Curry as well also has the looks to pull off an Eggman, you know? He's a crazy looking, you know, slightly ginger man, but obviously, again, he had a stroke and he's not been, you know,
Mm-hmm.
he hasn't
Right.
been able.
Okay. So,
Tim Curry would even make a good Catwoman. Honestly, probably.
probably.
We get Danny DeVito to play Eggman in the next Sonic movie.
No.
So anyway, I just started blasting that egg shark. I can't do Danny DeVito voice.
But yeah,
himself.
like, Mike Pollock Eggman is the one I'm used to, so.
Yeah.
That's
So
fair.
in the topic of Eggman, I grew up watching Sonic R. Not Sonic R.
Then
Sonic
the,
Underground.
then
I
the
mean-
time
Sorry.
Then the
Go
time
on.
came for the boss to come, but it didn't. Instead, Sonic was standing there with Knuckles, Vector, Tails, Charmy, SPO, Rouge, and Dr. Robotnik. Isn't that spelled wrong?
Hold on.
I thought Robotnik was spelled with a K at the end.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Oh, they spelled it wrong.
Yeah, that's
And
very
they
spelled
didn't
wrong.
even- capitalize any of these names. Shadow beat all of them without me even using the controller, and without is like two separate words.
Why is that 2 words?
It shouldn't be.
Without. I was without.
Yes. He then looked at everyone screaming in pain, and then had a sad expression on his face.
Expressin. That sounds like a drug. Hold on, Larry. I gotta go take my Expressin. I need it to stop me from getting ear cancer.
I need it for my opioid.
Gotta take my Express. You know what they say, the more the merrier. Sorry, I just...
If I don't have my Expressin, how am I supposed to get off while watching Polar Express?
Oh my god. No.
Sorry.
He looked directly at me. He looked directly at me and said, "Do you want to say this? Serious?"
You made me do this, and now you will pay and become my slave.
Can you sign my petition?
Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. God.
He still had that slightly distorted voice.
Okay, so I was already accurate.
Yes. Then
You
the console...
make me do this.
Yeah, every time I hear that voice, I do just think of the postal dude. Like, I'm half expecting you to ask me to sign your petition.
Sign my
You played-
petition.
You have played Postal, haven't you?
I did.
Smash that.
I haven't actually played Postal, but I had friends in high school who played it a lot.
Oh, Postal's really brilliant. Postal, his entire like mission in Postal 2 is to get people to sign your petition, and to the point where you can threaten them with violence. You know, like if they don't sign your petition. It's quite fun. Just sign the fucking petition.
Yeah. And you will become my slave.
You made me do this, and now you will pay and become my slave.
Okay, BTR.
You made me do this, and now you will pay and become my slave.
No, Jeff. That's his Jeff the Killer voice.
I mean, it's almost as corny as actual Jeff the Killer stories.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, that was the...
That was the voice he used in the novelette that we did.
My
Which, by the way, on
eyes.
Cirrus's channel, if you haven't seen it, I have it up on my channel. You can watch it there.
Oh, that was fun, yeah.
It was.
Okay, so you're at then the console.
Yeah, then the console immediately shut itself off, and so did the telly. Oh, is it British?
Yeah, but
I shut off my telly!
the console immediately shut itself off, and so did the telly.
It's like, the console immediately shut itself off, and so did the telly.
The console shut itself off, and I also did the telly. I heard breathing. It wasn't mine. So I looked behind me, and I saw a Shadow plushie with an angry look on its face. I mean, that's just what Shadow looks like, but...
Yeah, that was the last thing I saw.
Now I'm a slave, and so is my friend. The only difference is that my friend's dead.
Then how was she
She
a slave?
died while saying no to Shadow. So he killed her straight away. He now controls me and makes me kill anyone he doesn't like. So beware. ...
Well, that was shit.
That was...
Coincidentally, being down here in hell allows me to see that Margaret Thatcher's privatised everything.
God damn it.
And the next story is the death look. Yay.
The death look.
Yep.
What Sonic game's this one themed after, so I can change my song to fit
I
it?
have no idea.
What's this one called? The Death?
The death look.
The Death Look. Ah, yeah, it'll be on the T. The Death Look.
Oh,
Let's
this
have
is a
look.
little long.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay. Alright. General chat. There you go.
I found it. I just typed it in.
Okay. recently I was met with a scarring experience, and I wish to share it in hopes that maybe at least one person will believe me.
Well, you've already lost that one.
None of us are going to believe you. You're writing a Sonic the Hedgehog creepypasta. None of
Yeah.
us believe you.
They're all fake. It started a few weeks ago. I had just spent the day at the local strip mall a few blocks down from my home and decided to stop in at the small video game shop there just to see if they had anything good or new. Commas, please. Please, more commas. Because I was starting to run out of breath. I know the man who owns the place. He's not a day over 25, so he is constantly having his 25th birthday every day.
So it's like Sonic, who's
I think
constantly having his 15th birthday.
I
Well,
thought there wasn't that movie My Death Day that's like that woman that keeps
oh yeah,
having,
Happy Death
like,
Day.
Happy Death Day. And she keeps having a birth, yeah, that's basically crap.
That's weird. And has a pretty good knowledge of the products he sells. He told me he was closing the shop and had to clear out all of his merchandise because he hadn't paid his lease.
I mean, anyone who runs a shop tends to have a pretty good idea of what's in stock these days, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't run my store, but I know what
Yes,
is sold there.
Sonic is 15.
Yeah, Sonic's 15 in the games. In the comics, he's 17.
Sonic is
or
15
40.
Or 40.
every single day of his life. He's also like what, like
He's 40 in
13
the
and-
timeline where he's either the king and or a homeless bum.
Yeah, I know.
how old is he in Sonic Underground? Which is like I hate myself
I
for
think
knowing
s-
the
I think Sonic
think 15.
Underground. Sonic Underground. He's still 15.
yeah, fair
Yep,
enough.
and in the movie, he's 13.
I tell you what though, like I hate child me for watching the only series of Sonic Underground that we got to the point where I, to this day, still know the Sonic Underground theme song off by heart, and it upsets me.
Sonic Underground. It's just, I will say this right now. I wish that the Archie comics had actually gotten a show, not just Sat AM, but like Sat AM continuing into the. What the fuck was the villain that was shown at the end at the final episode of Sonic Sat AM?
I don't know.
I don't remember his name, but he was the mage who was in the negative zone.
Yes,
with,
I know who you thought about.
with King Acorn.
Yes.
I wish that series had continued because the Archie comic got better and better, and Sat AM could have done the same thing, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Back to creepypastas, things that will
Yes.
never get better and better.
Yeah. Even though the Creepypasta Wiki's been like getting rid of a lot of things in hopes of making it better, but it hasn't.
But that doesn't. So creepypasta is about sometimes you get good stories, and sometimes, a lot of times, you get absolute garbage. But it's like potato chips. You don't just get rid of the garbage so people can have more apples. Sometimes people are there to get the garbage. Like right now.
Yeah. And the thing is like some creepypastas go on to kind of develop into what are those ARGs, the alternate reality games, stuff like that. I mean, like, look at Ben Drowned. Ben Drowned
ARGs.
turned into ARGs, that's it.
ARG.
ARG, yeah. But like Ben Drowned turned into a full series that ended this year, apparently.
Yeah, it did. It ended this Halloween.
Yes, it did.
Anyway, blah blah blah. He gave me some free games in a large cardboard box labeled games. Generic. In return for being a longtime visitor and friend. Oh, I can see why he's going out of business. He keeps giving the games away and not charging money for them.
I grant.
When
my
I
chat
returned
homeless
home,
Sonic.
I decided to... What?
Sorry, I was just telling my chat. I grant you all homeless Sonic. Sorry.
Yes. When I returned home, I decided to see what was in the box, because he didn't look at it beforehand.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? It was covered in dust and must have been sitting on a shelf in the store for a long while. Inside there was a stack of Super Nintendo games, system games,
Be back in a second.
NES games, and one Sega Gen game. No one calls it that, they call it a Sega Genesis. Or Mega Drive.
Or we call it the greatest thing that that humanity ever produced that I never got to have as a kid. Fuck you, Mom.
I never got to have one either because I was very young or not yet born. Because,
Now I
like,
feel
my birthday
old.
is next Wednesday. I'm going to be 24.
Wait, the Sega Genesis was... You would have been able to. You would have been able to play the Genesis.
Sonic came out in 1991.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, that was before I was born.
Yeah.
Never mind, I don't feel as old anymore. I was about to feel, like, really old. No. Don't
that's-
make existential crises happen to me, please.
I'm sorry. That's like I also never got to play the original Resident Evil 3 because I was 2 when it came out.
Hi. Sorry. Just went to go get a drink.
And so I was like, what? How could you have not have played it? And then I had to explain I was a 2-year-old when it came out. And they're like, oh, never mind.
I mean, to be fair, for, like, my first ability to experience playing Sonic games without having to, like, go to a friend's house was my GameCube, and that was also how I got to play my first Resident Evil games. And luckily, the entire Resident Evil franchise that mattered was on the GameCube at the time. Sorry, we don't talk about the Survivor series.
No, we don't.
Or Gaiden. None of that happened. Just like all the Sonic series that mattered was on the GameCube because we don't talk about Shuffle.
No, we don't.
Yeah,
Ever.
my first experience with... See, I grew up with a Sega Master System, but we also, for a brief period, had the Mega Drive or Genesis. We had quite a few... My dad kept a lot of the old consoles we had growing up. So I actually played the original Sonic on the original console it debuted on. I think the first Sonic game I actively remember playing for prolonged periods was Sonic Adventure DX, the PC port of Sonic Adventure. I don't think what other Sonic game, but yeah, I think I actually have played. I think my first game I actually played was the original Sonic game when it came to. The first game I ever played, coincidentally, was Alex Kidd on the Master System. Yes, I think it was Alex Kidd on the Master System. I'm pretty sure there was. Yes, there was. Alex Kidd in Miracle World.
Back to the cringe.
Uh-huh. I instantly went for it. The label Sonic the Hedgehog stood out to me like lie a sore thumb.
Lie a sore thumb.
Oh no.
Lias of fam.
Not in a bad way or anything, but I was a huge fan of the Sonic pop culture crowd. So he wasn't a fan of Sonic, he was a fan of the pop culture around it.
I mean, that's actually not... That's not really unique. There's a lot of people that love the Sonic culture, but fucking hate the games.
You know, here is something quite interesting. Just, you know, from as the chap across the Atlantic. Obviously, we don't get Sonic as in the restaurant that you guys have in America. You have stateside. I don't know if you get it in Canada or wherever else. I know it's a thing in America. When I had first heard of Sonic, I genuinely thought Sega had opened a line of restaurants in the United States themed after Sonic the Hedgehog. Because we don't get Sonic here. Only recently got Taco Bell in the country. Like, there's certain things we've only recently got here. Like,
God, now I want to go to Taco Bell.
So I genuinely thought in America there was like a Sonic-themed restaurant that like we just weren't getting in Europe, and I was like really sad about that as a kid. Out about it.
Yeah. All right. And was thrilled to have this in my collection of Sonic merch and nostalgia. I had never actually played the game before, buddy. I haven't played the first one either.
I have.
That's
fun.
I've not.
No, the first one.
I should.
Horrible. The first Sonic game is really horrible.
Oh.
It hasn't aged well, I will say that.
No.
But I enjoy it.
If you enjoy slow, methodical platformers called Sonic the Hedgehog, then maybe.
I do give it a bit of a sort of pass on the basis that it was the first game, you know?
Like, one of my Like, the first Sonic game I ever actually played was Sonic Heroes. And it wasn't that great. But then I got Sonic Rush for the DS, and I like that one.
Sonic Rush is good. I remember after 06 and Shadow the Hedgehog, Rush was a breath of fresh air to me because I'd been like, wow, is the Sonic series just going to keep fucking up? And then Rush happened, and I was like, okay, so we're going to get good games every now and again.
Yeah, and I liked Blaze. Like, she was fun to play as.
So I'll admit, growing up as a small child, when like when like Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic Heroes came out, those games were good because I didn't know that they were bad because I was a small child. The 3D games blew my mind, which is odd because I grew up. I was born in 1999. I grew up in the period where everything was pretty much 3D at that point. There was some remnants of 2D games on like the PlayStation 1, but like I grew up with much older consoles, so like seeing like 3D games, properly 3D games, was like whoa.
Oh, okay.
You know?
I was reading through this and something wasn't making sense, and yeah, I was listening, but I had never actually played the game before, so I went looking for a Sega Genesis to play it on. After a while of looking for store online who had them, I had to resort to eBay. Are we just not going to proofread?
No. I also like how the wherewithal was there for him to go find a console for the game, but it was never there for him to just play the game?
Yeah.
Millions of results popped up on the screen. I thought it said pooped for a second.
Yeah,
I decided to play it and bet on a brand new never open system. Oh, I know. There's a Nintendo 64 one of this, and it's called like How I Met a Terrible Fate, and found a console called the In Terror 64.
Okay.
I'm not making it up.
I don't think you are. I've spent enough time in the creepypasta like realm to know that if it's a bad horror story and one can conceive of it, someone's written about it.
Yep.
The realm of the creepypasta that lays beyond the mirrored walls of the internet.
The man who sold it to me was from Boston, I'm reading it out literally.
He couldn't just write Massachusetts.
Well, I mean,
No, I don't know how to spell Massachusetts, I'm not gonna lie.
not off the top of my head, but I've got spell check on my computer.
MASS. I'm too fucking lazy. There you go.
And who is name I did not know. I arrived in the mail a day later.
Wait.
Is it those YouTube videos like, oh, I posted myself to Jake Paul's house in a box?
That's a thing that that used to be a normal thing.
Yeah, you could
Parents
mail
used
your
to
child.
mail their children.
Yeah. Because it costs less than buying them an actual train ticket. I arrived in the mail a day later. He sent it with Express. I was disappointed to find it crudely packaged, and there was no bubble wrap and no extra boxing. Just the system box and the contents.
So
I see who sent it. It was Chris Brown.
I just like this idea that he's had to go on like a 12-day pilgrimage in order to get to order this like Mega Drive, you know?
Yep.
And yes, I will be continuing to call it Mega Drive. That's what we called it here in Evo.
That's fine.
That's what they called it in Japan.
Still, I was thrilled to set it up. I blew hard into the cartridge.
Oh, baby.
I'm taking out a dinner first.
I booted up the game. The screen turned black, and then static buzzed loudly and the game crashed. I attempted the same pattern again, but it still was not working. Write him an angry email then.
I kept on trying more and more times until I finally was met with the home screen. Music
finally
played out
was met.
normally, even a little bit better than normal, and the screen seemed to be just fine. I was so happy to have not gotten a rip-off game or system for the money I paid for it. I mean, you got the games for nothing.
And you got the system for, you didn't even say.
I clicked on Sonic's icon. That's not how that works, but sure. I began to play in the green fields. Come on, it's called
Wait.
Green Hill Zone.
It's Green Hill Zone!
So he clicked an icon to play Sonic on his Genesis,
That's not how it works.
and now he's in Green Fields Zone.
No,
Zone.
Green.
Something tells me this person didn't understand it.
Something
Maybe
tells
it was
me
just.
this person has only ever grown up in an era with PC gaming.
Yep.
Yes.
Maybe it was just me, but the music seemed to be a little out of tune. I was racing up and down the hills without a care in the world. I was having a time of my life. That's when things got a bit obscure.
Sarah Obscure.
Ah,
the piece of a track of road that twisted upside down became flat when I approached it. I'd back away and it would flash back to normal. I attempted to race across it, but I would fall off. Even stranger, the coins that are usually that usually line the road
The rings!
fall off when the road twists as well. They appear to be twisting upside down. I've seen way too many gameplay videos to think this as being part of the game, so I tried restarting. Sorry, that was a mess of a sentence at the end there.
I'm so confused.
Something tells me this might not be serious.
Oh, somebody really doesn't know Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
Or gaming in general.
Wait. Except this time, when I started the game, I was not greeted with a starting screen, but spawned immediately to the space I left off in front of the twisted road. But this time I was playing as Knuckles.
Wait, the twisting road is not in Sonic 1! That's in Sonic 2!
Yeah!
That's in Sonic 2! No! That's no. This is wrong. This is no. I know Sonic games, and I know that the twisting road was added to Sonic 2. It's not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's an Emerald Hill Zone, not Green Hill. I'm gonna find this person. I'm gonna find him.
But
sit him down and make him actually play through the first Sonic game.
You don't understand, though, that this isn't Green Hill Zone. This is Green Field. Not Green Field Zone, just Green Field. You're not paying attention to the story, sir.
I need the coordinates to your house for non-intercontinental missile-related reasons.
My house or his house?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not giving out that address.
Can I give you the address of my neighbor? Because I don't like them.
I mean, sure. I'll
just hope you take me out in the blast.
Yeah, the splash damage will work.
And then here's the thing: it's a terraced housing, so you don't know if I'm the house to the right or to the left. You got a 50-50 chance of getting it right.
Oh, it's not.
Either my neighbor die, either I die and I get taken out, or you take my neighbor out, and it's an absolute win for me.
I see this as an absolute win. I'm just. That legitimately made me angry. Of all the things in here.
Yeah, that is a bit. Yeah, I agree.
I can understand now why there's such a negative stereotype for Sonic the Hedgehog fans, because as a Sonic fan, I think my anger at that tiny obscure detail just legitimized every single thing somebody has said about this fan base. Every single thing.
Okay, I thought that it was probably just a glitch in the game. It was old after all. I just decided to continue from where it sent me. It set me, excuse me.
The game was so glitched that assets from Sonic 2 made it in.
Yeah.
Ah!
Understandable.
Kill me.
Listen to Sonic Boom now. Switching to era-appropriate songs, even though this is clearly the first Sonic game, but it's fine. Nothing here makes sense.
Hello, Yumi. Please make this all go away.
That's it.
Huh?
Also, Knuckles
Okay.
wasn't playable in Sonic 1. Are we just not going to acknowledge
Correct.
Playable in
Knuckles
Sonic
is
1.
only playable in
Correct.
Sonic 2, because in Sonic 1 you get Blue Sphere mode.
You also get and also Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Yup.
and Sonic 3? Because remember, Sonic 3 and Sonic and 3 and Knuckles are two different games.
But also the same game.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And Knuckles Chaotix, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
went up to the bridge and the screen went to black when it flickered, and when it flickered back on, I appeared to be spawned on the other end of the. I tried my best not to pay attention, but my curiosity got the better of me, and I went on to play for another couple of hours until I was once again met with a black screen and static. A loud buzzing was mixed with a distorted version of the opening theme and only lasted about 10 seconds. But yes, those 10 seconds could theoretically then be agonizing. So, I was met with a frozen shot of Sonic and Dr. Eggman, Eggman being in lowercase and separate here, in the Wrecking Ball,
On Eggman's.
no, so no,
Oh,
Wrecking
yeah.
Ball boss fight. Sonic was standing on Eggman's, not Eggman like as possession, man,
Eggman's.
man's, as in man, and then an S at the end. Not ownership, just the plural, man's, or a small craft.
Whose Eggmans is this?
And
I don't
whose
know.
Eggman's is this? Yes, and looking at him
Machine.
intently. Am I saying that right?
Intently.
Intently. And Dr. Eggman had no expression. I mean, he kind of doesn't, to be fair. He just sort of sits there.
He just has glasses and goggles on top of his
I
head.
mean, he always looks quite comfortable, I won't lie, though.
Get a load of this!
You know what they say, the more the merrier.
I went from a screenshot to a clip. What?
I went from a screenshot to a clip. Okay.
What?
Like, what kind of clip? We talking like a Glock 12 clip here? Like an M16 clip?
Like a hair clip?
I'm just
Video
gonna-
clip? MG42 clip?
Or a paper clip? I pressed every button on my controller in hopes that I could move Sonic, but to no avail. I thought you were playing as Knuckles.
Knuckles.
Unlike Sonic, he does not chuckle.
I'm Knuckles, not Chuckles. The best
there.
line in Sonic history.
Hi there, I am Chuckles the Hedgehog.
I'm Knuckles, not Chuckles.
It's like, I am Chuckles, the enchilada.
I'm nipple hitter. I was in hopes I could move something to Novell. She commenced to look more and more intently at Eggman's eyes until Eggman slowly stood up on his craft and jumped out.
And jump out
on-
onto the grass.
Onto the grass.
Right
jump out
now.
onto the grass. And he had turned that had now turned black and grey along with the rest of the palette.
That's
Does he
not
know
the right
what a
palette.
palette is? A palette is the source file for the colors that are possible in your game, not the colors that are presently being shown.
Mm-hmm.
Screams!
Clearly, he means palette as in like palette, put like pipes on or something. Fast and Furious Sonic crossover could be interesting.
Sonic now looks over to the screen after hopping into the vehicle and drove towards the screen until fading to black. But when he was lying to the screen, I noticed something. Am I having a stroke?
Bame
No.
John's having a strong.
Called the Bondulance.
Call Amber Lamps.
No,
His eyes were completely filled with black, and he had no mouth. I have no mouth, and I must words.
God damn it.
Well, I was saying I could say if you
mean-
want an actually genuinely quite unnerving story, I Have No
Yeah.
Mouth and I Must Scream is a genuinely unnerving story.
I actually wrote an Imagine that was based around Am's speech at the beginning.
There.
I began to shake in fear, and my palms became sweaty from fidgeting with the controller.
My palms were
I'm
sweaty.
sweaty.
I vomited over my sweater. It was mom's spaghetti.
Palm sweaty. Sonic
they were so
Knees
hairy.
weak.
spaghetti.
Oh, my palms were hairy.
BGR, is that you?
Palm sweaty. Controller fidgety. Chili dog spaghettos.
Palms sweaty. Controller in my hands already.
Mom, spaghetti.
Sonic spagoot.
I kept saying to myself, it's just a hack, it's just a hack.
You know what
But-
they say!
The more the merrier.
But I didn't help with the intense fear I was experiencing. I
didn't help.
What?
That sounds
What?
okay. This person is obviously talking post-therapy. The therapist has let them know that they did not do a good job of managing themselves, and this is just, they understand like deeply that they made mistakes.
Oh,
Therapist now has a therapist.
we're getting a little close to the end. The game turned itself back on one more time, and I was back at the title screen, except it was nighttime and the sea was red, of course.
Of course.
Oh yeah, the sea is red.
Hyper-realistic blood.
No, it's not blood. It hasn't specified blood. It must be an iron-rich sea. Thus, the sea has got a red color due to iron.
Oh, it's the one that Moses sent. No,
yeah,
yeah,
the
it was
red-
Moses.
yeah. You can see in the background. You can see some like two-tailed fox parting the Red Sea and leading the
So
kitsune,
Tails is Moses. I have been suspicious.
leading the kitsune across. I mean, come on, you've got to have been on DeviantArt long enough to see Christian Sonic art.
No, and
Oh my-
I don't want to see it.
Oh my
Don't.
god. Freaking Game Apologist had a bunch of the Christian Sonic stuff in his recent episode about Vector. Because
Speaking
in the
of, we
original
need to get on that Shadow episode.
in the original Vector lore, Vector was deeply religious. So
Yeah.
Oh,
in Game Apologist thing, he's just like, "Hey there! Do you want to know about Jesus?"
Well, do remember there exists official Zelda artwork of Link praying to a statue of Jesus on the
Yeah.
cross, and that in the original Zelda games, Hyrule was a Catholic land.
yes. And the Book of Magic was originally called Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my Bible?
Anyway,
And the reason why Ganon possibly had a trident was, devil association.
okay. One more thing. Sonic was gone, and we were left with tales, as in stories, giving his usual smile, but crying with tears streamed down his face. So he was smiling but crying.
Okay,
He was
so my high school
crying.
experience. Got it.
Mhm.
I'm having an experience. I don't know about Tails.
Just remind me, I saw someone trying to say they were a storyboard artist, but what they wrote was story broad.
He was Knuckles again. Right.
Knuckles.
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 Find
Knuckles.
the Knuckles
Knuckles.
room.
I'm Knuckles, not Chuckles.
Does no one remember the marvelous misadventures of Flapjack?
I do, yes.
I don't
Yeah.
actually.
I do.
Oh, I'll have to show you later.
That's quite fun.
I
What
was
the heck?
I was Knuckles again. Oh, sorry. The game started without me. The screen set in an unknown world. It was just on a long stretch of red road and the moon behind me. So it's the red
What?
brick road.
It's no moon, that's the Death Egg.
I was about to say it's Majora's moon.
That's no moon, Sonic. It's my space station.
Remember
I
the
was Knuckles again.
Remember the Eggman had 3 separate versions of the Death Egg too?
Yeah. I was Knuckles again. but I had no hands or feet.
Oh
I
no!
could only sit there.
Knuckles has lost his namesake. Now he is just the enchilada. He has no hands, thus he has no knuckles. Thus he is now just the.
No, he just has knuckles there on his shoulders.
No, he's just the enchilada.
The world manipulated behind my character, twisting and contorting the colors and shapes.
But
So,
look, they spelled colors right, and now you're gonna bully him. Okay.
No,
we're American.
The language is American, so it's not being spelled correctly.
Yeah.
All
So
languages are American. Spell them right.
No.
I panicked and tried to turn off the system. But when I finally pulled the game out, it would not turn off. But you had to turn it off, not off.
I tried to find the on-off button, but I have no idea what the fucking on-off button is.
It began to menially laugh at the volume, and the volume rose. What is a menial laugh? What menial laugh? There we go.
Well, menial is defined as an individual status. Status laughing. It's a peasantly laugh. Ha ha! You peasant, you laugh.
Yep. I shielded my eyes and ears until it stopped, and when I looked back at the screen, there was Sonic standing at the sentry.
That's also just another way to spell center.
I know, I'm being silly.
God, you fucking Americans.
No, sometimes we do spell it that way, but...
Bloody Yanks, a lot of yous.
Yeah, that's why you celebrate Thanksgiving on the 4th of July.
Something like that.
Yeah. Of the screen looking at me with the character's dead body is
The character's dead
littered
body. Yeah.
behind them in a gory pile. He turned back around and gave Tails' corpse a little nudge. A text box appeared below. That was fun. No, wasn't it? And he ran off. The screen faded to red, then black, then hyper-realistic. And the system turned off. I took the game and threw it out the window, along with the system and anything else that reminded me of the game, so my whole collection. And went to bed. I still have frequent nightmares of Sonic starring
at you. Frequent nightmares of Sonic staring at me.
Yes.
Sonic is Nemesis confirmed.
No! Well, I mean, that's why he's so fast. Gotta go fast. I went back to see if the gaming store was still there, but it had already been cleaned out. Now I am left with this misery of what's happening to me and what was wrong with that game. I just don't know. The end.
See, I never understand the whole, I destroyed my entire collection. Just on eBay, man. You make some pretty pennies. You can pay for the therapy for it.
Just pack them away in a box and then sell them.
Yeah. Use that money to pay for your inevitable therapy, you know. Because you told your therapist, like, oh, I saw Sonic and you're spooky. Go fast. I apologize to anyone who hates my voice in the chat.
It's okay. Sonic 2.exe, the last story. I'm a total Sonic fan. Like a lot of people. I like the newer games, but I don't mind playing the classics.
What's this? Sonic 2.exe.
Oh my god, this is basically the beginning to the original Sonic.exe.
What do we...
It even has Dear Daniel.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Even though in the first game it was Tom.
Sonic 2.exe, that's it. Yeah.
Yep. Sonic 2.exe.
It's gonna be Sonic EXE, but Emerald Heel instead. Okay. It's fucking close.
Except that it's not written by the Pedoina.
As in the real Sonic games. Well, we all know that the only real Sonic game was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and we acknowledge the rest of the Sonic games.
Yeah. It's basically just Sonic.exe, but not written by the guy who wrote it originally.
Well, if that's the case, then we can just make fun of it.
I mean, we make fun of Sonic.exe as well. We just make
We
fun
made fun of Jinxie the Hyena a lot. He's basically the only author that we really take pot shots at, other than Onizian.
Not Ken Penders.
Well, we haven't gone over anything Ken Penders has written, so...
Who's Ken Penders again?
He's the guy behind the Archie Sonic comics.
Who
was really weird.
Didn't he sue Sega, didn't he, for his own, like, so
He did.
Yes.
So he could get the copyright to his OC.
We lost. we lost the Archie comics, literally, as they were about to have a fucking battle with Mecha Sonic from Sonic 2. As that was about to happen, and I've seen the in-production panels for it. I wish we could have gotten it. Archie had to stop because Sega was like, alright, this legal shit's stupid. We're ripping the license away from you.
Yeah, now IDW has it, and they're doing an alright job.
I'll be honest, IDW...
Isn't some of the people from the Archie comics involved in the new...
Yeah, Ian
like
Flynn.
Tyson Hess.
Ian Flynn and Tyson Hess moved over and started working on the IDW comic. The only issue is that they took characters from the Archie comics. As you can tell that, like, the stories that they're using in IDW were meant to be part of the Archie universe originally, like the Metal Sonic or the Metal Saga. What they're doing right now, though, is they're taking characters who were originally in Archie and transporting them over, but it's their personality traits. So, like, right now, half of Princess Sally's personality traits are being manifested in Amy. Which is kind of weird, especially if you knew Archie Amy, since Archie Amy had the mind of an 8-year-old.
Yep.
Which is weird. But IDW's not bad. It's just if you understand if you were an Archie fan, IDW's a bit weird.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I never played a glitchy or hacked game, but I did after the experience I had. What? So after you had an experience, you played more glitchy and hacked games.
I had this trauma, so I did it again to see if it was real.
And it all started on a nice summer afternoon. I was playing Sonic Lost World until I noticed out of my peripheral vision that the mailman had arrived and put something in my mailbox as usual and left, which is strange because no one ever wrote to me.
Because you have no friends.
Yeah.
So
I paused my game to go see what I got in the mail. The only thing in the mailbox was a Master System cartridge and a note. Those are 2 things.
a Sonic fan with no friends. I've never heard of one of those before.
Me neither. I took it inside. I looked at the note first and realized it was from my dear friend Gabriel.
There was an emphasis on the gay part of that, and it sounded weird to me for some reason. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's just my accent.
Gabriel.
Well, I mean, everybody in here is LGBT in some way.
Probably.
I don't consider Demi LGBT, but
Yeah, I do.
I don't care what you were, as long as you were nice enough and eligible. Anyway, I guess I'll be Daniel. Excuse to do crazy voices again. Not
Yes,
Daniel.
you do.
Like Gabriel.
Yep.
Yeah, Daniel.
I wasn't there yet. I know this
sorry.
because I recognized his handwriting.
I apologize.
Though what was weird was how it looked. I recognized his handwriting, but I didn't. It looked badly written and scratchy and somewhat difficult to read, as if Gabriel was having a hard time writing it down and did it in a hurry. This is just lifted directly from Sonic.exe. This is what he wrote.
Dear Daniel, I can't take it anymore. This madness. It's making me see things, hear things that aren't there. I'm slowly losing my touch with reality. All because of him. If only I was wise and didn't put that damn cart in and just destroyed it. I sent it to you, destroy that damned cartridge. Destroy the cart. I don't have long. I wish you the best. Take care. Sincerely, Gabriel.
Wait. I sent it to you to try that game cartridge. So he was too lazy to do it himself.
Well, you see, I had a hammer, but I didn't know how to use it. So...
So he just put it in his mouth.
What is that voice you're doing?
It's basically Tristan Taylor from Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series.
My name
Yeah.
is Tristan Timothy Taylor, and my
Oh,
voice
yeah.
gives me super strength.
My hair gives me the power of flight.
My
Oh,
hair
yeah.
gives me the power to defy gravity.
Oh
Man.
no!
Yes, Gabriel the Archangel appeared and said, "Be not afraid."
That
He has
meme
yet to
is
show
so
up
horrible.
in Darksiders, actually. I think he's going to in the newer games. I'd like to see what they do with that.
Should I read the next part at all?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, you haven't read something in a while, so...
Let's see. Hold on. What? You know what? I'm gonna do this in the voice I've been using for Sonic while going through the Archie comic.
Well, that was certainly weird. Even though Gabriel is my best friend, I didn't do what he asked me, of course, because I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. I didn't think that a simple cartridge would do anything bad to him, like make him see and hear things that aren't there, along with making him lose touch with reality. After all,
There goes gravity.
it's just a game, right? Boy, was I wrong about that, Doctor.
I like how there's an implication that he's talking to Dr. Eggman about that.
Dr. Eggman is a psychiatrist.
It's like that episode of the Sonic Boom cartoon where Dr. Eggman moves in with Sonic, you know?
Yep.
Oh, we can be best friends, can't we, Sonic?
Just remember
No.
there's an episode of that where Eggman dedicates his time to helping Tails get game.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Because
remember,
the bro code comes before everything else.
well, because that bro code comes before the whole sworn nemesis.
Yeah. It's like, right. Anyway. I looked at the cartridge, and it looks like any ordinary Master System cartridge, except it had black marker on it, written Sonic2.exe.
All of
Sonic
these
2,
do this
got
shit.
the-
It was a
Oh,
it was a blank cartridge, and that blank cartridge had masking tape on it. Whoa! And that masking tape had black marker. You know it's spooky because the marker is black.
Also, just like, you know, small plot hole in the argument here. The Master System didn't have Sonic on. Sonic didn't come about till the Mega Drive or Genesis. I mean, if this had been like AlexKid.exe, I'd accept it. But nobody remembers Alex Kidd, man.
No, they don't. It was much unlike Gabriel's handwriting. I guess it was neat.
Wait.
Meaning that he must have gotten it from somewhere else. Like a pawn shop or eBay. We all know that's the source of all evil in the world. That's what the E stands for.
Evil Bay!
The E stands for evil.
Evil Bay!
That's right, Bakura. I got these leather pants from Evil Bay.
Damn it, Bakura!
Oh, that reminds me, like, the Slenderman voice we do is basically from Concrete Giraffes.
Also,
hey
just remember...
guys.
Oh, guys. Also, I just would like to remind you, servers, I'm not gay, I'm just British.
No, you are gay.
I'm not
Raven.
gay. I'm
No.
just British.
I'm not gay, I'm just British. I'm not British, I'm just gay.
That-
Wanker.
Except you do have a boyfriend.
That's fine.
All I did was pound my dick into his asshole and said no homo.
Yeah, it's fine, I'm not gay, my boyfriend.
My boyfriend might be a little gay.
It's not gay unless the balls touch.
Gordon, I'm full.
Wait, what?
Gordon, I'm full.
My
This is the show where we reference every other like series. It's it's far funnier than the rest of us.
No, Bakura, don't spill the spaghetti sauce. You'll get spaghetti sauce everywhere.
Alright. Then when I saw Sonic 2 on the writing of the cartridge, I was actually excited and
Sonic,
wanted to play it because I'm a big Sonic fan.
every bit of thing that's wrong, I'm just gonna repeat in Gabriel's voice.
Do you love how these huge Sonic fans have apparently they're so excited to play a copy of a game that they probably definitely already have, but now that they've got a super creepy one that might kill them, this is the one they've got to pick.
But mind you, this one's extra special because it's not on a Mega Drive, Genesis, whatever you want to call it. It's on a
Master System.
Yeah, it's on an 8-bit console, so it's going to be a worse version of. Is it that 8-bit version of Sonic, the original Sonic game they made, that was just a worse version of Sonic?
Yes, it's on
Yeah.
the Game Gear. I went up
the
to
game-
my room and put the cartridge in my Master System and turned it on. The Sega logo popped up. When the title screen popped up, I noticed that it was the second Sonic game, 8-bit version.
It was 16 bits.
No,
there's an 8-bit version. It was on the Game Gear.
Oh, right, yeah.
yeah, the Game Gear version, which technically was the second Sonic game to ever be released. Yeah.
I was like, awesome, because, like I said earlier, I liked the classics. The first thing I noticed was that it was out of place. The first thing I noticed that was out of place was Tails had his eye... Was Tails... Wait, shouldn't that be...
Was Tails had his
What?
eyes closed?
Was that
Tails
Tails
wasn't-
had his eyes closed? That's what it should be. Oh my
Tails
god.
wasn't even in that Sonic.
Yeah, the Sonic 2 on the Game Gear is Tailsless. Sonic looked like he was crying. The background was black, Doctor. It was weird. The mountains from Underground Zone were black and white. There was no copyright date, and press enter was at the bottom of the screen. I, however, am a rebel, so I, like the free thinker I am, pressed 1.
So
but you
Sonic's
know-
a flat earther. I was suspicious.
But you know what they say, Sonic? More creepy
the
cartridges,
merrier.
the merrier.
You know what they say, the more the merrier.
You know what they say? The blanker the cartridge, the creepier the narrative, Sonic. Also, yes, the Hunter Biden laptop narrative was just Trump's attempt at a creepypasta.
And there was like, there's no copyright date. Well, at least it didn't say Sega 666.
Fun is infinite with Sega Enterprises.
That was actually scary, though.
I know.
It took me to a title card. Is that spelled right?
Yes,
think
that's
so.
spelled right.
Okay. I don't know why it's screwing with my eyes. Let me get
The
my glasses.
tittle card.
Tittle card.
It took me to the tit card. Gordon, look out!
Ooh.
Huge boobs up, hotted boobs up ahead. Tits big one.
Alright. This is helping a little.
Also, I like how this is missing. I do genuinely like how this is. I just find it funny.
Took me to a title card, black background, and white text. It said, Clive Barker's Hellraiser. No, it said, Last Chance, Act 1. The level was Underground Zone, black and white, and so were the rings. Blood was on the rails.
I thought it was black and white. How can you tell that's blood?
It's black blood from Soul Eater.
Also, like, both the Master System and color, that was literally the selling point of the Game Gear, was that it had color.
Mm-hmm. Blood was on the rails. I played as Tails. You're a poet and you didn't know it. There was also no HUD.
That's real weird, bud.
Sonic doesn't have a HUD. Hold on a minute, Sonic, you don't have a HUD.
I made it to the end of the level and there was black on all pictures of the signpost.
All 2 of them.
Yes. Then I was teleported to a hole with spikes in it. When Tails landed on them, the screen went black and splat! The Zelda Ocarina of Time text box appeared with, You've met with a terrible fate, haven't... That's Majora's Mask!
Met with a terrible fate.
That was
haven't
a
you?
good imitation of the Happy Mask Salesman's laugh.
It's a laugh that I've been doing for years. It scares the shit out of my friends. You met a terrible fate, haven't you?
And then the Dawn of a New Day screen from Zelda Majora's Mask popped up with 0 hours remain under New Day.
Dawn of a New Day, yeah.
You know what? I did that on New Year's Eve with like 12 hours remaining.
Dawn of a New Day, no, like that.
I doomed us all. I'm sorry.
So wait,
Dawn of a New Day.
I do have a thing that if the text box from Ocarina of Time with "You Met with a Terrible Fate" popped up, that does
Just
beg a
be
question.
rougher at times.
This is on an 8-bit system. The render of that text would not be a thing.
That render of that text would
couldn't.
take. Yeah, it would take up most, if not all, of the memory on the cartridge. Like if it had been like Zelda, where you walk into the cave and it has a root at the top, then okay, fair enough. But it's not. Yeah.
Yeah. I was transported to Green Hill Zone. It's Emerald Hill Zone. Except when I
Well,
walked down, there were dead animals, also dead Eggman.
Well,
No,
if this,
sorry, dead Eggman.
if this is also supposed to be the 8-bit version of Sonic 1, then it would still be Green Hill Zone, but that doesn't explain why Tails is in it.
I know. Also dead Eggman.
Who's Egg Man? Egg.
Sonic, you know what they say, I'm dead in a creepypasta.
The music was an 8-bit version of Hill Act 1.gym.
He went into a pile of dead animals? Into the pile.
I went into a pile of dead animals. The music stopped.
Not I ran into a pile of dead animals, which would imply collision. No, he went in, which implies there's enough dead animals that it makes a fucking cave. And he gets to just walk inside.
Or I just did what Homer Simpson does and, like, falls into that bush.
It's like a little door and he just walks into it, yeah.
Yep. Or just sinks in. I noticed Tails at the end of the level with his eyes closed. I got near him. He opened his eyes and they were black and bleeding with 2 red lights for people's fucking, of course.
Yep.
Static came on and the Master System shut itself off. I turned it back on and the Sega sound was replaced with the Kafka laugh from Final Fantasy.
Of fucking another thing that would have taken up most of the data on an 8-bit cartridge.
Well, didn't the Sega thing take up a lot of the data on the
Yes,
Sonic
the
cartridge?
Sega,
Yeah.
the Sega Scream. Shit had to be cut out of early Sonic games because the Sega Scream took up a third of the data. Fucking.
Ah,
That's a Kafka laugh.
yep.
Why would Sonic use a Kafka laugh? Because if you've read Sonic.exe, you know it's a staple to have Kafka in your creepypasta.
Yes, it is. Nothing scarier than Kefka. The title screen popped
I
up.
mean, he was a pretty good villain.
It turned into something much different, something that I now consider horrifying. He didn't at the time, but now he does.
At the time, staring
It was
at me
totally
with
fine.
your eyes bleeding was not horrifying, but oh gosh darn it, Dolly! Right afterwards, that was some scary stuff.
The sky had turned bright red. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was now instead Sonic the Hedgehog 666.
666, of course.
I mean, we've had that many spin-off games. We
Of
might be getting
course.
there, like... Of course, Sonic!
Oh,
you know
someone I
that-
know is playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Nice.
Well, don't you know, Sonic, that the inclusion of 666 makes everything scarier? You know what they say.
The more the
sixes,
scarier.
the more sixes, the scarier.
It's the Freedom Call album, 666 Weeks Beyond Eternity.
That is just a good fucking album, though.
Yeah.
It's released
And-
666 weeks after they released their album Eternity. That's some
And the
commitment
music
right
was
there.
that same music, reversed. How would you know?
I was rather disturbed about that image when I saw it,
You just said he weren't.
though I figured that it was just a glitch and forgot about it. When I pressed 1, the static came on again and the title card was there, except it said, "Can you feel the sunshine?"
Act 6.
Oh shit, I need to change the music back to Can You Feel the Sunshine? Hold on. Music. There we go.
It was a blank level with transparent static in front. The music was a dial-up sound slowed down 700%.
How does he know
So-
the exact amount?
I don't know.
You know, there was
With
a
some
rule when
screaming
you're writing.
static thrown in.
Yeah, but there was a rule that when you're writing, like, unless like it is sort of in a context when knowing the exact sort of difference in a time or sound makes sense, you don't do it. You know, like if this was like a military story and it was like, oh, you know, when they people exactly 6 seconds, yeah, you have that kind of precision. But like precision doesn't work in stories like this. You know.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh yeah, I really do. I really do hope Resident Evil 2 pops up by that logic as well for Gabriel.
Yep. After some 20 seconds of walking down the hallway, the static turned red every static sound. What? You can hear red. You can hear colors
I hear colors.
and smell sounds.
Gordon?
Static.
Static.
God
Sorry.
damn it. Static, then a creepy picture of Tails. He looked like he did on the title screen, with bloody hands. And can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up your day? Playing.
Yeah, if we all sing it slightly out of sync, it'll actually be
Can
creepy.
you feel the
The
sunshine?
sunshine.
Does it brighten
up your day?
Can't you feel the sunshine?
Sometimes
You just need to run away.
Have you noticed how almost all of those songs in that game talk about like running away from kind of invisible threat? It's
Yeah.
kind of intimidating.
Or they're completely existential, like living in the city. Living in the city.
You
know you have to survive.
But you know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like they appear like for a game that's about racing, there is this strange mention of some existential threat or this concept that the singer is in danger.
Mm. All right. Okay.
I would have to go through this when we're done just so I can hear that overlapping of like, can you feel the sunshine?
After is gonna be a brighter day.
It's gonna
The picture
be a
zoomed in on
brighter
Tails'
day.
face. Black and white with "There is no sunshine" in bloody text. Static after that. The static froze when text appeared saying, "The game is over. But it doesn't mean this is the end. Ready for round 2, Daniel." When it got you ready for round 2, Daniel?
Over, but it doesn't mean this has to end. Ready for round 2, Daniel?
When it got you
Damn.
ready for round 2, Daniel? It did the same Kefka laugh from before. And the system shut itself off. I destroyed the cartridge. I don't care anymore.
I didn't care anymore. When your creepypasta ends with "I didn't care anymore," I just.
Okay, so last one.
Daniel.
Let's just reread the first Tales doll one that we read, because I'm going to be stepping away for a minute.
I had warned you, Daniel. You had to destroy the cartridge, but you did not.
Yeah, I'm gonna step away and eat some food for a little bit.
That's fair.
What is food?
Food is going to be baguette and vegetable soup.
You must understand that food
All right.
is the sustenance
There you
that
go.
all life is built
You can just
upon.
read through that. I'll be back in a little.
We've been told that we have to carry this.
Yes.
Yeah. But also, can I just point out very quickly, in Sonic2.exe, its actual first tag is blatant rip-off, not Sonic. Yes, Tales Down My Story. We started the stream with this. So.
After I got home from work, I thought I'd buy a game for my son. I'm not exactly sure who gave me permission to fucking breed. He went into the Mario Sonic and... He was into the Mario, Sonic, and Donkey Kong type stuff, even though all three of those are distinctly different fucking game types. So I got him a game I don't think he's ever played.
So there's this implication that he comes home and then goes, shit, I should have got my son a game, and then just imagine a kid like running up and going, hey dad, you're home. The dad goes, wait, slams the front door and leaves, gets in the car and drives off.
I got him Sonic R. This is totally not cursed or anything. It was a racing game as I heard, and at the time it was pretty new. I raced home like the video game. See? It's good writing.
The year is 1998. Sonic R is all the rage with kiddo.
I raced home to give him the game and kissed my wife on the cheek. This would be the last time I'd see her. I held her as she was happy for giving him a present. For me giving him a present. The excitement filled his eyes, and I could tell he wanted to play it. He went back to his room, and I was right behind him to play it with him. A couple days passed, and he told me it was almost done with the game. I watched him beat the last boss, and he roared in excitement when he beat it. It felt good for him. I patted his head, and I asked, how was it?
Sonic
Are you
R
winning, son?
This will start. I like this implication that he has played Sonic R with his son for several days, which implies they probably just spent several days running around in a circle. So Sonic R, let's be honest here. Also, final boss.
Final boss of Sonic R.
I am the final boss of Sonic R. True story. The peculiar thing was, it didn't look as it did, so I looked at the credit screen and I pointed at it and said, oh, well, what's that? He said it was the Tails doll. I asked what the Tails doll was, and he said, it's just a Tails doll. I'm pretty sure Sonic R doesn't have a final boss, but I think like there's like a special like unlock track if you like get all the things to become Super Sonic. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't think Sonic R has a final boss.
I don't think Sonic R has a boss.
I obviously facepound and ignored this. I facepound. Okay, that's me fucking up the Sonic voice. I obviously facepalmed and ignored the scenery. I called for him to go to bed. And as he was sleeping, the curiosity got the best of me. I went into his room and very quietly turned the volume down on the TV. I was ready to play me some Sonic R.
I mean, let's point out this is what, 1997, 1998. TVs, I remember having a TV in the early 2000s.
They made a lot of noise when you turned them on.
Yeah, like when you press the button, it made this like, here's the thing, also having had a Sega Saturn growing up at one point in my life, because my dad used to buy all the Sega consoles. Very loud when you click the buttons on these old consoles, you know? I understand that maybe dismantling the console and going into like a side room to play it like takes a bit more time and is probably noisier, but still, like, if they're anything like me as a kid, any noise in your room's enough to wake you up, you know? He's ready to play some Sonic. Knowing he already beat the game, I decided to play it again through watching him from earlier. I noticed you could play as Tails doll. Knowing that was the main reason I wanted to play the game, I chose to tag him up with some of the gang. Like what, like the Donkey Kong crew?
He's the last member of the Cursed Doll crew. Yeah, Tails doll.
He's coming to put you in the loo.
It was pretty fun, actually, until I tagged him up with Sonic. Yeah, that dirty hedgehog.
Fake.
Right when I hit that button, my whole life changed. My life was in the palm of its hand. It was all calm at first, I must say. The screen shut off with the game system. I let things be and went to bed with my wife. She grasped onto me as I did to her falling in a deep... Oh my god. I can't maintain that voice with the bad writing. I'm so sorry.
It's like when you approach like a corpse in like a horror movie and it like shoots its arms up and grabs a whole arms you beside it. It just does that. It's just what his wife does.
I too date eldritch horror abominations.
It was around 2 a.m. when I started hearing thumbs up. Keeping it shut and knowing my son could get the game himself, I said, "Stop, go back to bed." The thumping kept happening. I was very annoyed, and I noticed as I got up there that there was a little shadow coming from under my door. Nothing compared to a regular human-sized shadow.
I kinda started freaking out. The word tails kept popping in my mind. I started to slowly open the door, and I heard these very faint words that I will never forget again.
You are coming with me forever.
You are now my opioid.
You are going to Brazil.
It was the doll, an evil, blood-covered, possessed little doll. It was from the game. It had to be. It looked just like it. I screamed, waking the whole house as it started clawing my toes.
Tails doll has a foot fetish confirmed. This
Yeah.
is the second time this evening I've had to confirm Tails doll having a foot fetish.
Tails doll wants feet.
Hey, Tails doll here. Where are your toes?
It's like when you're possessed by Kara in Undertale and you go, "Where are all the knives? Where are all the toes?"
Let's say, hypothetically, the Tails doll.
Let's say, hypothetically, the Tails doll came for your toes, okay? Now, hypothetically, I've already masturbated to your toes, okay? So it's okay if the Tails doll takes your toes because my business, hypothetically, for the sake of argument, is already done.
Now, but a doll coming to life? I mean, that's preposterous. It simply boggles the mind. Checkmate, liberals. Owned again with facts and logic. What about the houses, Ben? They're gonna sell them to fucking Aquaman. That video kills me every time.
What about the Tails doll, Ben? Who are you gonna make it for? Eggman?
You know what they say. Ben Shapiro owns liberals with facts and logic. There was blood all over the floor, and to this day, my feet ache and are sore.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, as I said earlier, again, you didn't step in a Lego brick, mate. You know, that's what causes your feet to ache forever. It was growling very aggressively as my screaming got louder and louder. My wife called the police.
It's like a fucking bad dog.
It scattered across the floor, running from me.
Its screech was awful, and it let out a trail of my blood behind it. It said it has what it needs, knowing it can't finish its job tonight. Ever since that day, I'm afraid to sleep at night. My sleeping patterns are scattered apart. I go to sleep at around 6 a.m. and wake up at around 8 p.m. to start my day. Basically, I'm like a college student.
God, I as someone who is currently a university student, I wish my sleeping schedule was that consistent on a regular basis.
Also, can I just say that, like, if he goes to sleep at 6 a.m. and wakes up at 8 p.m., this dude's doesn't have a hard time sleeping. He sleeps for 14 fucking hours a day.
I wish I could sleep for that long.
Just,
like, you know?
My God.
I know this may sound fake, but it isn't. I swear to this very day, I am shocked to even think of falling asleep at night time. The slightly dramatic voice to end off that there.
Just...
Yeah, can you take me out with that gun or to dinner? I don't care at this point.
We got it. We got him, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Have you seen that video of like the person that, like DMs the FBI that's like an anime girl and like she's cute, right? And they're like, yeah, and it's like 14, and they're just like, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Entire FBI arrested.
I'm just gonna... Oh shit, I didn't realize that was loaded. Standard American sounds when you have any kind of gun. Oh, shit, I didn't realize that was loaded.
Here's the sound of a shotgun going off in the background.
Just
Ah, you got one of the belt-fed Nerf guns.
Yeah.
Look at you.
This thing's really shitty.
I had the Nerf like bolt action sniper rifle.
Oh, I've got one of those. Got it right here. One of these ones.
Zach, we'll go wait for the stream to catch up, but yeah.
Fire, and then that.
Yeah, like that. Apart from it didn't have the side bolt. It had like, like more like what what you'd see in a semi-automatic rifle, where it's got a bolt at the side.
Oh, the like that. Well, it'll have to catch up.
Yeah. This big massive thing you could detach the barrel and turn it into a carbine. Yeah, like that. Yeah. It had like a big barrel that you could detach and like turn it into a little carbine.
Where the fuck did the other bullet to this?
I know, because I would sit halfway across the house and shoot my little brother with it and annoy him.
Here's my other. Yay, now I've got my thing.
One of my favourite horror stories is The Alchemist by H.P. Lovecraft, in which he curses this like royal family to die before a certain age, and in the end, the final person finally finds him, and he's living in the castle wall, and he's discovered the secret to immortality. But the reason why they're all dying is because he's just going out of his way to kill them. He hasn't cursed them with death magic. He may have found out the secret to immortality. He just doesn't actually know how to kill people like that. I can only assume for the sheer amount of firearms you have, that much like what Philip Gabriel says, you must be a Republican.
No, definitely not.
Well, you have all of these guns. Why else would you have getting the...
The further you go left, the more guns you get back.
Well, yeah, how else are you going to spread the revolution?
Yep. To quote Daddy Marx himself, under no circumstances should the proletariat allow itself to become disarmed.
Yep. It was trending the other day on British Twitter under K-pop, Karl Marx. I just found that really funny. My favourite K-pop band. Karl Marx and the Communist Crew.
Karl Marx is my favorite K-pop artist.
It's my favorite K-pop artist.
There we go. We'll just play Republican with guns real quick. I must fit one Texan stereotype. At least one. At least one.
You don't have the 20-gallon hat that indicates you have a small dick, though, so we know you're real time.
Oh, sweet. I can actually cock these with my arms. That's good to know.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello, we finished reading that, and now I'm just playing with Nerf guns.
Yeah, we've been talking about how we must be a Republican. How many, this. Frustrated atheist, you can take as much offense to that statement as you want. I'm not on this. Technically I am, but I'm not. It's fine.
You're technically not involved with this since it's not your country.
There's not right. And besides, you're all
What are you
Yanks
talking
to
about?
me.
Every country is owned by America.
America.
Except for when Britain owned us.
No, every country is owned by America.
That's just America plus T.
Also remember, every country is owned by America, but he admits he's Canadian.
Wait, who?
Right. I'm not an American. I'm Canadian.
Oh, so it's roaming millennial.
No, Bandit Keith, actually.
Oh.
Bandit Keith in Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series turned out he was Canadian the whole time.
Yeah, it turned out he's Canadian the whole time. Did you not send me something on Tumblr that was I'm sorry for being a shitty dub, and that's somebody holding a gun saying that's unacceptable. It's like 4 kids.
It's just like some crimes can't be forgiven.
But it's 4 kids, and then somebody edited it so they've got a finger gun instead.
Yeah, they're just pointing. Whereas in the movie Dark Side of Dimensions, they actually had the guns.
That's because Dark Side of Dimensions is from a post-4 kids world.
Mm-hmm.
God, I remember Forked. I also remember.
Isn't it like really strange how in the Sonic X dub they like got rid of all the text on the buildings even though it was in English?
Yep.
Isn't it weird
In
that the
America.
Sonic X dub exists and is garbage?
It does, and you know what? It's like, I mean, it does have the voice actors from the games, but still.
Well, yes and no, because Sonic X and Shadow the Hedgehog kind of came out around the same time.
Yeah, they did.
So I would have much preferred if, because like, so Rouge the Bat from from Sonic Adventure 2 sounds like a government spy. I could see her as that.
And she sounds like a 16-year-old because she is.
Rouge the Bat from Sonic X. This is not to slut shame, but sounds like just a stereotypical prostitute.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Again, getting back to Darksiders. Rouge's voice actress in Sonic Adventure 2 also voiced a character in that series that's also a giant bat with huge tits.
I remember.
Though this one is decidedly more disgusting.
I remember being a kid and ranking every single one of Rouge's levels just so I could get the special costume that was totally not because I was a horny child.
Yeah.
Totally not. Definitely,
I mean-
definitely was.
Talk about,
Thinking
did any
back
of you
to
play?
it,
What?
Go on.
thinking back to it, the first thing that was Sonic I actually played was a McDonald's toy.
Oh,
Oh,
the
the
ones
Tiger
that have like one
Electronics.
button.
Yeah, the one that's have like one or
The
two
Tiger
buttons. I had the one where
yeah.
it was Amy and Rouge playing volleyball.
Huh.
Did any of you play the game Mad World?
Yes.
No.
I've beaten it a few times.
Yes, I think when you mentioned like bats and massive like big breasts, that I think of the first boss of the Halloween the Halloween section, the succubus lady, and every time that she gets you in a grapple, the fucking announcer shout about awesome rocking headlights or something stupid like that.
Mm-hmm.
I love Mad
That was-
World. I wish we could have
Mad
gotten a
World
sequel.
was like yeah, Mad World was a. It's just odd because the Black Baron does appear in another game made by the same.
Wait, he does?
He does, yes.
Growlithe. Oh my god. The fact that Black
Yeah.
Baron can appear in anything after getting brutally murdered repeatedly in Mad World is beyond me.
Yeah. Yeah. He appears in a different game as well. I'm trying to remember what game it was.
Oh, is that the big-breasted bat?
Yeah.
That's...
This is the one I'm talking about.
I wanted to make a joke saying that's hot, but that would just be a lie.
Yeah, that's disgusting. And
Oh,
she has a
that's a
nasty
lovely
voice too if you ever play
Oh.
it.
Lovely
Which,
pet with
like,
it.
I know that one of the people you live with has the game, so I mean, they can tell you.
Lovely pair of knuckles on
Oh, talking about me?
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
I actually need to catch you up on that, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I played through it on my channel. You can look at it.
No. Something completely different.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a after stream conversation though.
it is. But so what did you think of the Tales to All My Story?
I want my eyes to stop bleeding, and they simply won't.
I'm sorry, but yeah, that's the and to this day my feet ache and are sore, and with luck I landed on the ground are two jokes that I bring up a lot.
With luck, I landed on the ground.
Yep, and also the I don't know if I ever showed you the one about Walmart.
No, though I do think that I've only maybe got another minute or two left in me before I'm exhausted.
Okay,
From
yeah, the
streaming.
I
Black
will
Baron,
show it to you some other time.
the Black Baron also appears in Anarchy World as a playable character,
Okay.
which is made by the same people and the
So-
Bayonetta devs.
So, well, yeah, Platinum Games, because Platinum Games made Mad World.
Yeah. Oh, so you're saying that he can come back, but remember that he dies repeatedly across the game and continues to come back.
True. True. With that said,
Anyway,
I'm going to hop out and
Yeah.
try to figure out why I feel so exhausted when all I've done is
Ah.
be in front of a camera. I shouldn't be exhausted.
right.
Yeah,
So
I think it's also quite a good place to wrap it up
Okay.
as well. Oh, Matilda also appears as a playable character. Sorry.
all right. So thank you all so much for watching.
Pleasure being
Hopefully
here,
we'll be
as
doing
always.
this again really soon.
Hopefully. We should do
Yeah.
a Zelda themed one.
Yeah.
Just to
Next-
crack out the
Next one is the Zelda one.
nice.
Oh boy. It's been drowned 2, 3, 5, and 7, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.